Sure smells good. Good.
I like having fun. I like to laugh. I like to meet people who can.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Office Hours Live is live. February 20. What? February 20. Huh? February 20. What? You don't get this every year, folks. It is Leap Day. Mark it on your calendars. How exciting. We're going to talk about it all during the show. It's all I want to talk about is what is it? Why? Behind me, an empty chair. Oh, behind me, Rosie the dog. Doug's still down under. But we got a special video from Doug coming in today that you know what I wrote to Doug? This is a tease. He sent a video. I said, Bud, this is masterful.
Doug.
I wasn't fucking kidding.
I haven't seen it yet. Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I don't think he included me. So I could
He
see
did.
that.
You just don't. You miss
I'm in
half
my
the
own
shit we
world.
send.
Doug.
But Victor, speaking of the Berger boys here, Victor Berger, the Burgermeister.
What? Oh, here. What's up, everybody? The bad news is.
Oh, good. Let's start with the bad news, folks.
I sat down and the oat milk is bad.
It is?
The little pieces of and it's
I didn't know oat milk went
It
bad.
went bad. So I'm gonna drink it.
Are you gonna be vomiting from your?
Well, from my asshole? Yeah, probably.
Captain Carlin is here, and we have Taylor Williamson in the house. I usually do that as a Taylor Williamson in the house. It's my attitude today.
I love it. Hi.
Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. When you told me, I said, may I come on your show? And you're like, yes. How about February 29th? I was like, is this like when the Angels win the pennant kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like.
Right. Not gonna maybe not.
Yeah. When pigs fly.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't think you knew that February 29th was coming up. So.
Yeah. I got caught in my own trap. Whatever. We're gonna make it work. I'm not really a fan. I don't really know your work.
It's fine. Can I tell you? I'm just I'm such a fan, and I just want to say, like, not to get too sincere and political, but like, it's nice to be somewhere where I can be myself, and like all these like woke liberal podcasts out there, and like I have to like watch what I say and bite my tongue and pretend I agree with them, but here I can just be me.
Do what you need to do.
So thank you. Thank you.
The truth is, I am an admirer of yours, and we met last spring.
At the Big Slick.
At the Big Slick softball, which I always talk about on the show as one of the great weekends of my life.
It's like summer camp for adults.
What was your connection with that? Are you from Kansas City?
No, I have no connection. I went. This is my second year. A repeat. It's not a repeat.
Do you think I'll get invited back?
Did they invite you yet? They already booked my hotel, bro.
It seems a little far off, but no, go ahead.
No, I got to go 2 years ago. I was amazing actress Ginger Gonzaga was going, and I was a +1. And then I'm just a +1 guy, you know?
Really?
And then they're like, hey, would you like to, they looked me up, I don't know. And then they're like, do you want to come perform for 6,000 people at the T-Mobile Center for this charity event and raise lots of money for these wonderful kids in the hospital? And I was like, yeah, I could do that. You know? So that was so cool. And the best part is because they have a baseball game and all this stuff. Softball. And I didn't have to play the first year because like I was just a +1 last minute, and they didn't have a jersey for me. I was like, oh man. And then
you didn't want to play?
No. I'm with like a pretty lady. I don't want her to have to watch me hit a ball, you know?
Yeah,
try to hit a ball. Athletics is not my strength.
Okay.
It was terrifying. So then this year, they brought me back, and they asked, do you want to play baseball? And like Weird Al Yankovic's the catcher, and it's like you, and Patrick Mahomes is there.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. This like you're a real athlete.
I'm a real athlete. What are you talking about? I'm not a real athlete. It was just fun to put on strap on a suit. Is that what you'd say?
Strap on a suit. Yes.
Get in a uniform and get out on a Major League Baseball field, and the stakes were so low. First of all, there was about 30. Like I would say, there's about literally 20 people on the field. So it's like it was not a real game. But did you go out did you play?
I hit the ball.
Yeah.
All I cared about was hitting the ball. Mm-hmm. But it's one of the things like, why am I sharing and no one remembers or knows? But why am I telling you on this major show? But I hit the ball. I hit the ball, and then I fell because I didn't tie my shoes.
You did?
Well, can I tell you, like, respectfully, Jake Tapper fell before I fell, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be the worst guy.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And then he fell. Then I fell too. But I was like, well, Jake
Tapper.
Jake
Playing
Tapper
baseball,
fell.
Jake Tapper. Softball, I'm sorry. Anyways, you
normal
are a
day.
stand-up comedian. That is your trade.
I do stand-up comedy.
And
for
you,
the people.
What did you win? You won America's Got Talent.
I got runner-up on America's Got Talent.
Wow.
Thank you.
Who was hosting?
Nick Cannon,
No.
my friend Nick.
I mean,
Cannon.
no. Who are the judges?
Howard Stern, Howie
Howard
Mandel,
Stern.
Heidi Klum, and Mel B. Scary Spice.
Wow. And they all loved you.
The 4 greatest comedy minds of our time. You know?
They know.
Do you know what it's like?
Did you ever then go do Stern? No.
No, I'm very. I wish I did. Like the whole team was really good to me, but I never got to do it.
Yeah.
I would like to. I've been talking to them about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd like
we'll
to.
see what happens. Proof is in the pudding.
It's been 10 years, and we're gonna figure it out.
Howie was a big fan of yours.
Howie was very sweet to me. Heidi Klum was very kind to me. At first, she didn't like me. You know, the Germans, they're not known for their
sense of humor.
I don't know. Maybe they. I don't know if that's true.
They have a dark sense of humor.
Do
The
they?
Holocaust was a big old goof.
Well, is that true?
No. It's not. All right. Well, let me start the show.
Hey, Vic, get that sound bite.
Let me start the show. Good morning, everybody. We have Joanna Sternberg. Did I say that right?
Yes, correct.
I'm nervous about my pronunciation.
Correct.
Of people's name.
I like that. Maybe that's how she should say it. If that's not how she said it.
They just keep that in mind.
Excuse me. That's how they should say it.
They should say Joanna Sternberg.
I like that pronunciation.
Sternberg.
Yeah.
Joanna Sternberg. We'll be singing a song. And I'm doing a little. This is a little selfish of me, but the other day I was talking to some dads in the Glendale area, and Dad one was telling me about a woman running for city council here named Karen Kwak. And I said, let's get her on the show. Let's get her on so I can become more influential in Glendale.
Yes.
Be seen as a kingmaker, power broker.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you? You're up in where? Sherman Oaks?
Sir, what are we doxing me now, sir?
Yeah. What is your?
Do you want me to tell everyone your
Where's
ad?
your address? No. Don't.
I will do it. Say something nice about me.
Don't. You're a very funny guy.
Plug my special.
Your special is taped at the Comedy Store,
Live. It's called Taylor Williamson Live at the Comedy Store on YouTube.
but it's not live when you watch it. It's been taped.
No, can I tell you the worst part is every time someone watches, I have to run over there and I have to tell the jokes again. It's terrible.
What were you gonna? Because you came in here and you said, I'll save it for the show."
What was I gonna say?
Oh no! Don't tell me you don't remember.
Oh no. I don't remember.
Oh no!
Do you know what I learned though? Did you know that speeding, if you speed, you don't get there faster?
I did learn that. I know that.
Did you know that? Doesn't it
We're
sound?
not here to learn.
I'm sorry.
You just
We're
go
here
to
to have
basic
fun.
speed limit, you'll get there the same time.
I don't
Maybe
believe.
you don't.
Where are you getting that from? The Joe Rogan podcast?
No,
I'd be like, interesting.
what was I gonna
This
say?
shit is weird.
By the way, I saw him. By the way, I have to stop saying "by the way"
By the way.
because I listened to that, PDB podcast.
sure.
I watch. Those guys are "by the way" in it. Like, and I want to do a supercut of "by the way."
By the way,
By the way.
okay.
They start every sentence with "by the way." Biden, his numbers aren't good. By the way, Trump's coming in third now. By the way, this COVID hoax is. By the way, their "by the ways" are out of control, Vic.
Maybe it's their catchphrase.
By the way, no, seriously. By the way,
You know what I love about this podcast world
go.
is
Oh, I know what I'm hearing. I'm hearing something. Sorry.
It's like yesterday.
You've been doing these podcasts.
I'm going for it.
You
going
wrote
for
me.
it. Excuse me.
begging. You wrote me begging.
Sir, do you want me to give you your address out?
Sir.
Would you like to give me out your address?
No, we can.
by the
as
way-
soon as you say the number 4, I'm cutting.
I'm gonna tell him. You know he
Broadcast.
doesn't really live in Glendale. He lives in Beverly Hills.
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna tell them the truth.
This is one of those OnlyFans squatter mansions.
What are those? Oh yeah.
Have you heard that story?
No.
There are these mansions, of course, like all in the hills and in the west side of Los Angeles, like big mansions. Some of them are just empty, and apparently there's one that's just been, there are squatters there, and they're just like Instagram YouTubers and OnlyFans people and stuff just living there. Did you see this story?
No, can imagine it though.
Would I qualify to live there? I have an Instagram and a YouTube.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you there you go. Look at this. OnlyFans squatter found in luxury hotel Hills
So
mansion.
they leave the power on, I guess.
I don't know how it works, Vic. They could get Jenny's up there. Wait, what were we talking about?
Oh, I was bragging that so I'm putting myself out there doing these podcasts. I do because I'm promoting my comedy special and I'm very grateful to get to go on these. But some of these I'm like yours. Sincerely, this is my favorite thing I could get to do. This and The View would be my two favorite things. I mean that from my soul.
Okay.
And but
you think you'd really mesh with the View ladies?
I have contacted the executive producer on Twitter.
How many millions of people do you think do that as well?
I feel like
I have this arts and crafts store on Etsy. I think those ladies would love my brooches.
I feel like I'd vibe with Joy Behar. I feel like we'd vibe.
You'd
And
kibitz.
Whoopi would be too.
You know what's? Thank you.
Yeah, I
I
think you
love
would.
that. You know what's fun about Joy? You know she's not Jewish.
Is that right? She's Italian?
She's an Italian New Yorker. But
Very
she has that
similar
vibe.
identities. Yeah,
and that's part of her charm.
Right.
Like you don't know what's going on, but it's fun for everybody.
Is Whoopi Goldberg Jewish? That's the
That's
question.
the confusing one. Yeah. I don't know. I've heard she's not, and it's not her real name.
Okay.
But then if you
It's
Google
like
it,
a stage name?
yeah, it's a stage name. Yeah. But
Would you, if she asked you, would you shave your eyebrows like she does? Would you?
if she,
You know what? You look good with shaved eyebrows. Can I say that?
if,
Bring in the razor.
Not many people
Yeah.
can do it.
if you asked me, I'd shave my eyebrows.
Okay, if I did, all right,
Do you
I'll think
have
about
a?
it.
Seems like you're asking.
I don't have a Bic with me, but
He hasn't.
no.
He still hasn't asked. I don't think he wants it. If you really wanted it, I don't believe you,
Okay,
you want
I'll
it.
think
Why don't we
about
do
it.
this? We have a tremendously talented audience out there.
Yeah.
Why don't you look right in this camera for about 5 seconds? Okay, so now somebody at home, go ahead and screen cap that, and let's take those brows and we'll send it in.
bless
and we'll put
you.
that up in the second half of the show.
Bless you. Your fans are great. My friend Duncan calls into your show a lot. He's a dear friend of mine.
Duncan.
Oh, yeah, we know Duncan.
No, Duncan. Shout out to Duncan. But yeah, I was gonna say yesterday I did Larry the Cable Guy's show, and today I'm on the
did?
Tim Heidecker show.
Wow.
Like,
Now is he in character off the air?
what do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand. Can I tell you? I wanted to ask. I wrote down sometimes before I do a show. I write down a thing. Someone
Yeah.
gave me that advice, and I wrote down. I
You
wanted.
should have written down what you were going to bring up on the show today. That would have been helpful.
I did write one down actually.
Okay.
I have one. How dare you? Larry never treated me like this, but I wanted to tell him I couldn't find the chutzpah to do so. I wanted to say that Larry the Cable Guy has the streaming business hurt your career.
You asked that to Larry.
I wanted to bring up that conversation.
Well, I don't know about that.
Because he's a cable guy. I get it.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even get it.
I mean,
didn't
it's not.
even
I
get it.
didn't.
You know why? Because I'm thinking about the next. I'm not here. I'm not present. I'm sorry,
He's
folks.
a cable guy.
Speaking of which,
Disney World. So you're walking around Disney World. You don't care where you're going after a while, as long as it's got.
That's early days of Dan Whitney.
oh, that's not. Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
That's a
Dan.
different person.
It's a different. Yeah, it might be.
I don't understand what you're trying to do.
It looks similar.
Listen, listen.
Are you a character when you get up on stage, or are we looking at Taylor when we're watching that special?
I've been accused of this because I mention I'm Jewish sometimes, and then I get accused by non-Jewish people who hate Jews are comfortable with me being Jewish. They believe it, but then Jewish people go like, "You're not really Jewish."
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because I guess, first of all, your last
Careful.
name. Your last name's not the most
right,
Jewish
right.
thing I've ever heard.
I've been told like I act Jewish, which is like
I guess so. Where are you from?
San Diego.
That's very Jewish. Very Jewish.
It's like the Israel of Southern California, besides LA.
We don't say that name on the show, Israel. So wait. I do want to bring up. Speaking of Jews and comedy, I want to bring up the great Richard Lewis who passed
Oh
away.
yes, it's
I mean,
so sad.
very sad, and I just want to share my. Did you ever run into him? I mean, you're in the Comedy Store world.
No, I wish, but he sent me a tweet once out of the blue. I never talked to him, and it like meant so much to me.
Yeah.
He tweeted me once saying, I have to look it up, but he said he said, I'll tell your story.
Yes,
and I'll find it.
we'll stay tuned for that tweet.
It did mean a lot to him.
That X. So share that X with us when you get it. Well, no, my story with him is we did a show, we did the HBO Funny or Die show, Eric and I, some 10 years ago or something, and we had Richard, we did just 3 boys, me, Eric, and Zach Galifianakis doing our thing. And we did this sitcom, like sort of a TGIF ABC sitcom called Just 3 Boys. And we got, what's the dad from with the Urkel show?
Reginald Viljohnson.
Very good, yeah.
We had him come and play a character. And then we had Richard Lewis as the voice of a lamp. I don't know if we could find that, but it is behind the HBO paywall, or the Max. There it is. Well, that's the show. But anyway, so we said, hey, because we're trying to do this parody of a 90s sitcom or whatever, and we're going to have this talking lamp. And as there were so many of those back in the day. But there were like cats that talked and stuff like that. So we got Richard to come in, and he comes in, I'll tell you, and he's one of those guys from my childhood that is just like almost a superhero in the sense like they are so them that when they come in, it's just crazy. It feels like they're coming out of the funny papers or something, like, because they are who they are. He's doing the full black with the Converse. Black,
style,
you know, he's fully Richard Lewis, like absolutely Richard Lewis, and he was very kind, very nice, happy to be there. Blah blah. You know, it's like, anything you want me to do? So we've written these like lines for him just to do the voice for, because there you go. Do we have a little shot of this?
Hey, do me a favor. Just don't shit on the floor.
Yeah. So that was it. But there's other moments and he's sort of this sarcastic lamp. You know, like making little one-up. So we've written all this shit. He gets in the booth, and we're listening to it. We don't see him, but when you listen to, he started doing the lines, it was like he'd laugh. It was like he was not there, because it didn't sound like, you sort of needed the hair and the black. You needed the whole picture for it to be Richard Lewis. You know what I mean? And he was kind of like not comfortable being himself reading these lines, and we're getting through it, and it was like, this is going to be weird, because if you listen to this, you'd be like, I don't know who that is. This isn't. There's no attitude, there's nothing. And I said, listen, Richard, why don't you throw that script away? Let's just talk through this, start riffing. And I got him loosened up. And then Lewis came out. Lewis came out to play. So anyways, it was very sweet, very kind, happy to be there. The other guy that did something on that show, or not that show, but right around that time, was Tom Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
Different experience. Different experience.
That's so special.
He came in with a full sweat. I've never seen anybody sweatier. Went right to the bathroom. Was in the bathroom for a good, I'm not kidding, a half hour.
He was drying off?
I don't know. And then he came in, and I wish I had my old email address. I don't know what happened to it before I moved to another service. But there was an email that we got from Tom Arnold at 3 in the morning that night. If I printed it out, it would have been 4 pages long. Yeah. Single spaced. You draw your own conclusions. Oh, whoa, that happened quick.
Break it.
Wow. If you're listening at home, folks, the eyebrows have been removed.
Thanks, Blake.
Wow.
That was so quick.
Is it
Perfect.
Can I tell you, this makes me like sad.
I'm sorry.
I thought I'd be like, this is funny, this is fun. I'm like, I could cry right now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
this
I mean, it's not real. It's just,
You don't have to walk around like
can I say something? We haven't had a damn Zoomer yet. Can we take somebody real quick?
Yeah, let's give Clinton a shot. Clinton's here every week.
Oh, how you doing there? Look. I want to thank y'all for your support. That was my Clinton impression. I love it. I love getting massages.
What's going on? Is it not working, Wes?
can I tell you, I was looking down crying. I was like very sad, and then I heard Clinton. I thought he was here. Then I looked up and it was you.
Wow.
Try Maya. Is it Clinton's side or Maya? You want to try Maya?
I'm just getting on the Lolita Express. Who there?
I hear you.
It's our pal Maya.
There's Maya.
Oh, hi, Maya.
Hi, Maya.
Happy Leap Day.
Thank you.
Did you know people who were born today are like 5? I guess it depends.
Not really, but yeah.
Depends.
Maya, what's going on?
I'm sick.
Oh,
So I'm home.
weren't you sick last time? Are you sickly?
Oh.
No.
Mhm.
Okay, what do you got? The COVID, or you just have a cold or something?
I don't know.
Yeah. What are your symptoms?
Coughing.
Probably just have a cold. Everybody needs to chill out. I had a cold over the weekend.
Oh, that's good to know.
How about join the human race? where we have colds and we have sometimes there's things that you just you can live with. You can continue to do your. You seem fine. Can you walk around? Get back to work. No, I'm just kidding. Because you're in
Your lady
school.
be clean.
Maybe she's too young to have a job. How old are you?
She's in school. She's in high school.
I'm in 9th grade.
Oh,
Yeah.
Crazy.
is this legal? Am I going to jail? I'm a creepy guy with no eyebrows talking to a 9th grader.
All right, Maya, we gotta go. Taylor's uncomfortable talking to you, so we're gonna move on.
Okay.
But I have to tell you, we.
Wait a minute.
Why do you see her creepy brother? This is gonna disturb you.
Wait, listen to my brother. Wait, see, look at his mole.
I don't want to look at his mole. Don't make me look at his mole.
Oh, wait, what the heck?
No, we're big fans of your YouTube channel. Let's give a shout out to Maya's YouTube channel. She's got some funny videos up there. People were raving about it. Can you promote the channel again?
What?
All right, thank you.
Oh, we made it. We made the new video. We made the unboxing video.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Maya. All the best.
Very good. Keep
Back to
making-
school now.
Keep making them.
She's always getting out of school. She's
Yeah.
homeschooled, apparently.
Homeschooled, yeah.
Oh.
And I'm sick. Oh no, I'm doing Tim's podcast. I can't. Like, how about learn like the 50 states and what their abbreviations are? You know?
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Michigan, Minnesota, North Dakota, and that's that.
Someone make a drop out of that.
Yeah,
Vic just did put that on the loop.
Do you know the
I did that
president's
last night, actually. I went into a trance state for my children's sake, and because they wanted me to do all the states, and I just went in there and started doing it. Down from I go geographically, not alphabetically.
Oh,
I go down
I
from
see.
Maine,
Visualize it.
Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and they were just fascinated. And then I got to the end, and I was like, how many is that? They're like 43. I was like, come on, what did I miss?
What else is there?
I missed.
Hawaii.
I'll tell you what I missed: Utah. I missed Kentucky. Couple.
All the news.
West Virginia.
New.
I didn't miss
York, New
West
Jersey.
Virginia.
Okay. Do you know the president's rap?
No. I mean, I know most of the presidents. I could probably go. I'd probably miss. I'd say, how many presidents are there? 48.
George Washington.
Can I give you credit? Out of order is harder than in order.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The president's rap, ready?
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Adams again, fucking Van Buren.
But it doesn't rhyme though.
Okay.
Do you want to show you?
You know it?
The father of our. Do you want? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Give us a beat.
Okay.
Wait, which beat do I use? 'Cause I need to. I'm a professional.
Oh,
and, the father of our country, George Washington, was one. Then it was John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. Then it was James Madison and also James Monroe. John Quincy Adams was number 6, you know. We are the presidents, the mighty, mighty
Oh fuck!
presidents.
There's a chorus after every six. There's a chorus after every. How many? This is like Hard Rain's Gonna Fall.
How many presidents are there?
I don't know, that's all I remember.
This is like Lou Reed's Street Hassle. All right.
We've got to do City of the Day. We're
okay.
obligated
Oh boy.
by law.
The city of the day.
I hate to break it to you.
City of the Day. All right, City of the Day. If you're watching at home, sponsored by Come and Go Kumquat Flavored Foods.
Hold on a second. I got it. Here.
Where's his brother?
Come and Go Gas Stations is proud to present a brand new line of kumquat flavored foods that will leave your insides covered in delicious kumquat. Next time you stop by to fill your gas tank, fill up your mouth with cum casserole. An enticing melange of elbow cum noodles, kumquatted mayo gravy, and thinly sliced come and go grown kumquats. Come on in for a hot and moist cup of cum coffee. Need a quick nibble? Suck on a kumquat dog slathered in real kumquat relish with a squirt of kumquatted cummy mustard. Bring home a kumquatari
Kumquatted.
kumquatoni pizza with an ooey gooey cummy kumquat stuffed crust. That's crust spelled with a Q. And don't forget to grab a sweet treat for the road. Come and go cashiers personally produce every cum cookie and cum cake with both or one of their hands. When you check out, tell them Tim told me come and get 'em for a free cum quippin' dippin' sauce to help swallow your come and go kumquat flavored foods. Now here's a jingle from kumquat fanatic Dan Mulcahy. Mulcahy.
Oh, I don't. I thought you.
You don't have it.
Oh my God! Sorry,
Oh,
jeez,
Victor.
Louise. I'm sorry.
All right, I got
man.
it. Here.
I thought you had it.
Here's the jingle.
Oh, it's
Oh
not
my
down.
God! I blew
10,
it. I'm sorry,
9,
guys.
8, 7,
It's gonna be
6,
so worth it.
5, 4.
Are you gonna come? You know you wanna come. Are you gonna come? Come on, let's go. Let's come and go. Give me some kumquat dogs.
That family.
Yummy cum casserole.
Can I tell you this
No,
genuine?
you can't tell me anything if you're listening to the jingle,
Come and go.
which I'm mandated to do.
I apologize.
Your insights in kumquat. Kumquat.
All right.
Who is the city of the day, man?
Full of kumquat. Tim told me to come and get
Oh my God, I'm like literally muting. Oh, you're playing it?
Very good, Dan. Sorry about that.
Eden.
Hello.
Hello, Eden.
The city of the day is.
By the way, this Zoom. Look at me. See. By the way, this Zoom has a new thing in it that randomly adds balloons and thumbs ups and shit. Have you noticed this? It sucks. I was like in a serious meeting, and I was like, well, the thing is, it's like balloons, and everyone's laughing, and I'm like, I did not want that. Okay, but what's the city of the day?
It's Sebastopol, California.
Cool. No, you're not. Nothing's happening. See, it also doesn't really work.
It works.
It doesn't work when you want it to work.
No. Yeah.
Oh, he's a
Sebastopol.
master.
What is that in Ukraine?
No, it's an hour north of San Francisco.
Northern
Little hippie
California.
town.
Cute. What are you? A roadie for the Grateful Dead? Dead and Company?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really nervous to be on the show, but I'm so grateful to be here, and I'm such a big fan. I miss Doug a lot.
I know. Well, listen, Doug is just Doug's down under. He'll be back up next week. Back up.
I did have a hothead hotline bone to pick.
Go for it.
From last week, or actually maybe from 6 months ago. I didn't really like the movie Tar either.
Oh, you're currying favor with Matt. Taylor, Matt didn't like Tar. I thought Tar was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
I mean, I liked it.
Well, it's got to be a quick pick because Karen's here anyway.
Okay,
so.
thank you so much for your Tar take. Appreciate it. I love Batman. All right, I'm going to turn my attention now, if you don't mind, Taylor, being respectful and honor the democratic process of California primaries coming up.
PP.
And you watch your mouth back there, too, because we have a very important person joining us now. Is Karen there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi,
And
Karen.
You want to hear the things that come out of my smart mouth, by the way.
Oh, okay, good. So you're just like us. You like to have a little fun.
Absolutely.
Karen, I've been seeing your name all over town. You got the little street, the signs and yard signs out there. You're running for city council of Glendale, California, and you got a cat on your head.
Tiny cat on your head.
Actually,
You noticed that, yes.
okay, good. That's beautiful composition you have there.
Cat sitting right on top of my head.
Oh no, it jumped. Tell us a little bit about this run. Is this the first time you're running for city government or any government?
Actually, this is my second run at city council. I also ran 2 years ago in 2022 because Glendale has at-large elections, which we're trying to change into council districts, but for now. So you got to vote for 3 council members in 2022, and you get to vote for 2 this time. That means all voters throughout the entire city get to vote for 7 candidates, and whoever wins the top 2 votes wins the 2 seats on the council. So this is my second run, and 2 years ago, I came in 6th place. But the astonishing fact was that I won 8,804 votes on a budget of, get this, $3,000.
Hey-o.
Wow.
All right, we've got some enthusiasm out there for Karen. And Karen, what makes you want to run and run again? What's driving you?
It's because before a few years ago, I never thought that I'd run for public office, like most people. That I just tried to mind my own business, focus on my own life, my own career. But a curious thing happened. I kept getting laid off because I worked in the publishing industry.
Okay.
As you know, the publishing industry has been undergoing a lot of changes. Basically, it's run by a bunch of dinosaurs who don't want to change to modern times. See, I told you that I have a sharp tongue.
Yeah.
And precisely, because people are more likely to listen to this than to read books, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. But they refuse to adapt to modern technologies and to the different ways that people consume media nowadays. So basically, as they tell you, through no fault of my own, I kept losing my job. The first time you get laid off, you really think that it's your fault. That, I did something wrong. What do I need to do?
Yeah.
The second time you get laid off, your entire department gets axed and moved to another country. You sit back and think, you know what? This really isn't my fault. Let's look at the larger social and political forces, that are behind this, that are making this happen. There's one crucial question I ask behind all policy, which is who benefits? Who benefits when these things happen? And that's why, you take your own emotions out of the equation because it's really not personal, right? Although it affects your personal life, you need to find a new job. But sit back, look back, use your logical mind to see what's happening. And that's how I stopped focusing on only my own little life and focusing on what's happening to the country at large. How does this fit into the pattern? And that's when I started reading different kinds of news, wonderful media sources like this, that are not mainstream. To find out more about it.
Thank you.
I mean that as a compliment, by the way.
I know, yes.
Because the corporate media has its own agenda, right?
I do know that.
I shouldn't call them mainstream. I should call them the corporate media because that's who's paying for what they want you to know. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then also when I moved here to Glendale, it's I had a tough time finding a job because of those very same forces. I have a degree from an elite school. I have 20 years of corporate experience, and yet I had a tough time finding a job. So basically, something in what people taught us and how to make it in this world, something wasn't connecting. But that gave me a lot of time to join a bunch of local groups and to get involved in city government. Because as you know, a lot of activists, our work takes us to meet with city government officials. And then, I sat in a city council. By the way, have you ever sat in a city council meeting?
No, I hate to say I have not.
I strongly advise it. But
I'll
there
go
are
with
usually
you.
only a handful of people there. But what I noticed was this. Okay, you know what? There's a huge disconnect between our ordinary lives and what these people in City Hall talk about all day.
Right.
And so my first thought was, just as a first-time observer, I don't think these people know what they're doing. And then I came back because you make a hypothesis, you need to check it with further evidence, right?
Yeah.
And then the second meeting, it's, what? These people definitely don't know what they're doing. This is back in 2017. A couple of meetings later, the thought entered my head. You know what? I could do a better job than these people.
Nice.
And honestly,
that's a good attitude.
Yeah.
That's not saying much because I think any of us, the vast majority of people, could do a better job than the people currently running City Hall because they're that disconnected from the ordinary lives of most of the people who live here. And also, there's another reason that I became a lot involved with local groups, not just political groups, but I was looking for a candidate. This was in 2019. I was looking for a candidate who would say the things that I need to hear, particularly about housing. And I wasn't hearing it.
Housing.
And I have a wonderful.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but housing is a big deal for you, and it's just a huge. I don't care. By the way, I know most of the people listening to this. I would say 99% of the people listening to this aren't in Glendale and won't be voting. But we will.
Okay.
Well, I mean, just because it's. I mean, we're playing to the whole world, right? But we'll clip this out, and you can use it however you want. But this is not just an issue in Glendale. Housing, of course, has become a major issue. Everyone's feeling it in different ways. But continue.
Housing is the number 1 issue in LA County. And I can tell you from living in various cities around the country that it's a top issue everywhere for most people. It's the exact same problem everywhere. So basically, I wasn't finding a candidate who was saying the things I need to hear about housing. And then I have this wonderful friend named Mel Tillicrotney. He's a homeless advocate. He now runs Shower of Hope. He had on his Facebook page, Monday Night Mission, a quote. I looked around and I thought, somebody needs to do something about this. And then I realized I am somebody.
That's a great quote.
Wow.
Exactly. And then that's when it dawned on me, oh, if I'm not hearing the things I need to hear from political candidates about housing, maybe I need to be the one to say them. And that's why I'm probably the most reluctant candidate ever. It's not about privacy. I like my anonymity. That I don't know about you, but I enjoy being the observer.
Yeah.
But if you put yourself on a stage and you become the person who is observed, then you lose that, don't you?
You sure do. Yeah, you can be one or the other.
The anonymous observer. I like my anonymity. I like being a private citizen. And the problem with being a public figure is that it's a 24/7 job. That, you know, sometimes
Tell
it's
me
kind of
about
just
it.
my
I get
grocery
harassed
shopping
at
and
the airports, and yeah.
I just want to say I go on stage in front of no one is in the audience very often, so I don't know. I have a different experience, but respect.
But honestly, I really didn't want to run for public office, but there's a need, and some people need to step up and fill that need, and that's how I see my role.
Well, Karen, you got my support, and certainly the other dad I was talking to in the canyon last weekend. So you've got 2 votes right now, and my wife.
I'm gonna move to Glendale and vote for you.
Where can people find your Karen Kwak at KarenKwak.com?
Oh, my website is kwakforchange.com. That's Kwak, KWAK, FORCHANGE, kwakforchange.com.
All right, and maybe we'll get an office hours field trip to City Council to actually watch one of these City Council meetings. That sounds like kind of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But wherever you live, whichever city you live in, I highly recommend that you watch at least one of your local City Council meetings just to get a feel for what they like and the people running the show.
Cool. All right, well, thank you for coming on, and we're going to say good luck. And March 5th is the deadline, right? March 5th?
Yes.
Is the.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'll see you around town.
Much respect.
Bye.
Nice to meet you. Much respect. That's exactly.
Thank you very
right.
much for hosting us.
Look this is who we need.
Wow.
Right,
Wow.
Vic? Are you
There we go.
impressed?
Yes.
I think I've just seen a star rising.
She's wonderful.
Do we need to get these people? First of all, I think local government's very important. I know you don't.
I don't vote.
No.
I'm just joking.
But this is where it starts. If you want to make change, you got to do it. Start small, right, Matt?
Local. Think
local.
global, act local. That's what they say.
I've never heard that vibe, but genuinely, it is so like
Inspiring?
Thank you. It is inspiring. She's like, I don't want to do this, but someone has to do this.
Yeah.
Like she's not. There's no egomaniacal behavior here. She doesn't have a podcast, you know.
I was watching this Dean Phillips this morning. You know this guy is running against Joe Biden.
Yeah.
He seemed all right to me.
I like him a lot.
I don't know much about him. He might be a total slime, but Marianne Williamson, I like her.
Yeah,
She's
like
my
when
aunt.
She talks.
She's my aunt.
That's right.
Yeah.
No.
She's my uncle.
We are so. Oh wait, let me do this. We've got some time, right, Matt?
Oh yeah.
We're doing good today. Let's take a caller. Maybe a hotheader.
Yeah, let's go to the hothead.
I've got an interesting. We'll lighten things up a little bit here. I've got what do I call it? A policy check.
Oh yeah, it sounds like they're a real hothead today.
All right.
Armani, what's your name on the hotline?
And we should give equal
Hi,
time to
my
whoever's
name's
running
Maddie.
against Ms. Kwak. Yes, how can I help you? You got a problem with me?
Yeah, actually I do. I actually have the opposite of a problem. I kind of wanted to thank you. Well, okay. I'm a Palestinian American, so my ethnicity is very trendy lately. Everyone all of a sudden, it's a good thing. But I had this one moment a few months ago when I was catching up on all the office hour live episodes, and you had Abby Martin on.
Oh, yes.
This was like 2021. And she was talking about, ethnic cleansing and genocide and settler colonialism. And to hear that as and just not expecting it, no offense, I don't listen to the show to hear
deep policy discussion.
Thoughts about the middle. Yeah. And that was just a real combination of my two worlds in a way I never expected. And, it being a Palestinian American, you just get so used to the feeling that America and the American identity and the Palestinian identity are separate. And, that moment with Abby Martin, it was kind of and especially now with, like the heavy, not the politicians, but all the American people are now focused on Palestine. It just feels so surreal. And it feels like that moment in 2021, that moment I had watching your show with Abby Martin was just kind of foreshadowing for everything now.
Yeah, she's been out there on this issue years. I mean, it's been an issue for a long time, but she's certainly been a big advocate for it. And she's out there right now getting arrested, and it's intense.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you living?
I'm in New Jersey right now.
And when did you? As I'm just curious, like, you identify as a Palestinian American. Were you born there? Did your parents come over? Like, what brought you to America?
No, I'm.
Wait, what?
I only call myself.
No, go ahead.
I only call myself a Palestinian American because I was born and raised in America. I feel like people who immigrate to America don't. Okay.
Wait,
but
I'm confused.
I'm kind of
She's having a
forced to be an
semantic
American.
discussion. She's saying that if you're saying I'm Irish American, that means you're born in America.
Right.
You say you're Palestinian American. Is that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Were your parents were your parents born there?
My mom was born in America. My dad, well, his family was displaced. He was technically born in Jordan. But I was born and raised in New Jersey.
That I get. But but you have a cultural connection to that area. You consider yourself, as you were saying, you consider me, if you're a Jewish American, but you don't really call yourself Jewish American. You just say American, right? Or
I don't say that. I would be fine saying that though.
Jewish American.
I don't know.
I'd be happy to.
Jewish American prince.
But certain groups,
I do say that.
certain groups who are
right.
Have I don't know. I'm not good with words right now. But I guess the point is, it's nice that so you felt by us bringing it up early that sort of validated some of your feelings. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Especially because I grew up mostly in like a super white Republican county in New Jersey, and like saying when people would ask, "What are you?" I'd be like, yeah, truly, and I'd say Palestinian. They would give me the blankest stare on their face. Like I felt like my family's history is truly erased. Like no one in America knew what Palestine was, where it was, anything about it.
Right.
And so, like in my mind, it felt weird to just say American because I would also be erasing that part of my identity. So,
what I heard the other? I was listening to this archaeologist. I was listening to this. It's not on the Joe Rogan show. It was another show. It was an ancient archaeologist type guy, an intellectual guy, and he was talking about this idea of our concepts of human civilization are really, first of all, wrong. And this idea of like there was this moment where agriculture sprouted out of the Fertile Crescent. Before that, you have 100,000 years of nothing.
Hello, food fans.
Just people. What are they doing? What are they doing? Picking shit out of their hair, eating bugs? Like, no, that's stupid. I don't know why we bought into that. It's like, no, it's been kind of this gradual. There's been like periods of big expansion of populations, and it's been going on for hundreds of thousands of years, the human experience. And he was saying, back before that period that we understand to be kind of the Fertile Crescent and the explosion of population, people there's so much more travel. People would be migrating all over the place. And they were saying, 100,000 years ago, 50,000, whatever, somebody wanting to go from Egypt to Jordan would be a natural. That's how people would move. They'd flow around the world. They'd move and kind of follow the seasons or whatever. That person today, they'd have to be in the CIA to go from those, to travel from that place to the other place. Like this idea of creating these borders and locking everybody away from each other is just sick.
Yeah,
you disagree.
I think
Walls. Tear down the walls. Right, Vic?
That's true. Bring 'em
Fucking
down.
hang out together.
That would be wonderful.
But sorry, I want to wrap this up. Do you want to? Can I change the subject, ma'am, on the phone? No.
I really wanted to plug one thing.
Yes,
That
please.
was the whole reason why I called. Can I just plug? All across the country on March 2nd, Saturday, there's going to be a bunch of protests for Palestine. I'm working with organizing the one in New York. It's going to be in Washington Square, 1 p.m. Saturday. There's one in Philly. There's one in Los Angeles. So just
All right.
putting that out there.
We'll put links to that. I support these protests. Are you okay with that? I know.
Listen, I got some JCC gigs coming up. I got, no. Of
Are you
course-
feel okay about? No, because this is a dividing line in comedy right now. That's becoming very uncomfortable for people.
Well, I'm very proud of my take on. I think I would have the same take as you. I think people should not be killed who are innocent, and
Yes.
we should have peace and two-state solution, and everyone should be happy and healthy and get to live their lives and thrive and not be prosecuted or persecuted for any reason if they're kind and being good to people.
Yes. Okay, good. Well,
I'm running for Congress.
So
also.
yeah, that's going to be a good stump speech you got there. Well, that's right. This is this Saturday. Everybody come out and show your support for the people in Gaza. The news today, by the way, I don't even want to talk about it. It's fucking disastrous what just happened today. So, and this Joe Biden with his ice cream cone in his mouth, fuck him. And, what are you going to do? Everybody sucks up top. It's a disaster. We're in a full disaster mode right now, Vic.
Why is he smiling?
I'm thinking about this video that he's got.
Trump's got, he's going to win now because, well, I don't know, who knows who's going to win, but they're not
He
going to do this
will.
trial. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
The Supreme Court says, oh, yeah, we'll listen to that. After these other.
Did they?
Yeah, they just said that. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to delay.
Yeah,
Tom
until
Delay.
after,
Remember
yeah.
Tom Delay?
Trump's
We
gonna
love
get
Tom
in.
Delay.
That's the whole goal. That's why he announced he was running so long ago, 2 years ago.
I still think there's time for the Democrats to put in somebody else. I think that could happen. I'm a believer in that. People say I'm naive and stupid and self-sabotaging, but listen, it would be so exciting if they had the Democratic convention and it was an open convention and it would consume everyone's news feeds. It would be all we'd talk about, and then you'd look on the other side and there was this demented old guy crapping his pants, sweating his ass off.
Come on, man.
Speaking of that, Trump debuted a new character.
Yeah, we should get his new character out.
Hold on, give me.
You guys are gonna like
Who was
this.
on the phone
Ready
there?
here.
Amani?
Yes, let's let Amani go.
Thank you,
right?
Amani, for supporting, and we worship and love you. How about that?
This show is
Thank you. I
action-packed.
really appreciate it.
All right, take
Thank
care.
you.
Be safe. Be good. Listen to this. This was shocking to me. This guy don't shock me too much anymore.
Yeah.
But he,
all the same usually, but
you're going to see something shocking because he's introduced. I hope we get more of this character in the election
I'm keeping
cycle.
an eye and ear out.
But he's got a new guy. Trump's new guy. Listen to this.
Do you want to say what it's called? It's a Gremlin guy.
Yeah, I think we're going to call this Trump Gremlin.
Gremlin guy.
And that doesn't happen right at the top, but when it happens, you'll know.
Yeah.
Got it done. And it was a big deal, and everybody was happy. And I said, honey, I did something really good. Watch this. Baby, watch this. It's going to be beautiful. He's going to say great things about me. I love that. Look, I don't care who you are. If you're watching television and somebody's on it, they say nice things about you, you tend to like them. Or you tend to at least want to watch. We can all be cool. I don't care. But I said, watch this, honey. It's really important. What we did is something really special. Nobody else could have done it but me. I'm the only one who could have done it. He never mentioned my name. And I say, Van Jones, someday I'm going to get you, Van Jones.
What the fuck? It's Gollum. It's like
But the face makeup, I know it's been talked about.
My wife said, congratulations, Darren. Great job you did. He never mentioned my name. Then he never mentioned my name. My name. And I thought that was terrible.
Precious.
And I said, Van Jones, someday I'm going to get you, Van Jones.
Van Jones.
Oh. He's
What
just
a nut.
he's just watching cable news
That's
all
it, just
day.
all he
His
thinks
wife
about
is like,
TV.
"No, what's that? I'm leaving. I'm not.
Yeah.
I can't come in right now."
He looks like a kumquat, kind of.
He does look like a kumquat.
I can't stop
Thank you
thinking
for
about
saying
kumquats.
that.
Yeah, I know.
I truly haven't.
You ever have any?
I haven't had
You
one
gotta stop
in
it coming
decades,
down.
and I can't I genuinely want to kumquat. That was the best, most effective ad I've seen. But he could be. I'm sorry, I want to kumquat so bad.
Oh my God. Well, let's take one more Zoomer, and then we'll have Joanna Sternberg.
Yeah, Joanna, why don't you come in and get set up while we talk to this Zoomer?
We have pizzas, we have
Philip has a
question.
Hey guys, big fan.
Hello.
Greetings from Berlin. I'm currently at the hospital for the past 5 days.
Is that what your doctor sounds like when you're getting checked
actually,
out?
Yes. That's exactly
Looking at. What are you in the hospital for?
I have a weird bacteria and I have a kidney transplant, so I have to be very careful. So
Just stay in the
if I get a
hospital.
fever,
The doctor's like, listen, you've got something going on with your kidney. I think we just keep you in the hospital. That might be best.
exactly. So I don't know when I'll go home to my wife and kids. But overall, I have a question to you guys.
Okay.
So I got my kidney from my best friend. So 7 years ago, and thanks to him, I'm
Matt,
alive.
hold your kidney
right?
for me, would you?
I got one on reserve.
Okay, I call dibs on Matt's kidney.
Did you know you
That's
can
the
donate your
question,
kidney
right?
on behalf of someone else?
No,
That's a thing.
I don't think you can do that. So what's the question?
I'm not 100% sure. So the question is, would you give a kidney to someone who is in your family? Like, do you have someone so close to you that you would do it?
I don't know.
A relative?
That seems tough.
A loved one?
But no, of course. I mean, wait. This kidney you've got 2 kidneys, right? You got 1 to spare. Can you get it back after they go?
How does it change your life? Like if you only have 1 kidney, can you drink less or something? Like,
can you drink
can
less?
You drink? Do you have to drink less? Like water, just anything in liquid, not just alcohol.
I guess he's on another podcast right now.
Just muted us. Oh, you know what? We also forgot about Doug's video.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's do Doug's video now. Okay, so
he's checked out. He muted.
Oh no, he's coming back. Oh, he might be being looked at by the doctor at the moment.
Here's what we're
he's
gonna
getting
do,
blood
folks.
drawn.
Joanna's here setting up. Joanna, you're a fan of the show, so you know what's going to happen. You know that we're going to do this. Here's what we should do. I think we should turn things over to Joanna. Then we play Doug's masterful video. Then we all go pee-pee or poo-poo or whatever we need to do.
Why are you looking at me?
And then we come back with another hour. We can talk with Joanna. We can move Taylor over to Doug's seat.
Great.
And keep the show rolling, get your Zooms. Talk about my policy check regarding side salads. I want to talk about this Rust movie. I'm watching that stupid. No, it's not stupid. It's important. It's interesting. And so much more. So now, without further ado, the much beloved Joanna Sternberg.
Thank you so much.
I've got me in the morning. I've got me in the evening. I'll let you be because I've got me and all my faults and flaws and lies are no one's fault but mine. Between self-hatred and self-awareness is a very small thin line. I can't stop my worry and my fury of all that I've done wrong. I waste so much time, I mean it, so much time. I've got me in the morning. I've got me in the evening. I'll let you be because I've got me. Why is it so hard to be kind and gentle to myself? Take the box of self-deprecation, lock it, put it on the shelf. Then wait 5 days, take that box and throw it in the fire. Maybe one day, oh yeah, one fine day. I've got me in the morning, I've got me in the evening. I'll let you be because it's plain to see. Oh yeah, I've got me and you've got you.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
G'day, this is Doug reporting from Adelaide, Australia, and this is my review of last week's Office Hours show. First of all, I love the artwork. You guys look like a news team. Speaking of news, I have some good news. I met this interesting man in Brisbane last night. Next, I noticed that Rosie was sitting on my desk. Rosie is a dog, but did you know that rosy cheeks can happen on your face when you're in cold weather? I didn't have to worry about that, as I spent most of my time in the sauna toilet at my hotel. Tim was looking sharp in his Izod shirt with the classic crocodile logo. That reminds me of Crocodile Dundee 2, which is an Australian film that got 9% on Rotten Tomatoes, but Debbie Barham said it's not a complete crock of dingo dung, and Caffeinated Clint from Movie Hole marked it as fresh. Alright, enough about Tim. I was sure sad to miss the show because Maria Bamford was wearing blue and yellow, which is the color of IKEA, a furniture store that sells items such as Dagstorp, Dumbass, and Farty G. She also has a wonderful scarf, which was a lot smaller than the one that Lenny Kravitz once wore. Another musical Lenny is Lenny Kosnowski on Laverne and Shirley. They had a fictional band called Lenny and the Squigtones that released an album and even performed on American Bandstand with Dick Clark, who was born Richard Wagstaff Clark. Personally, I think Wagstaff sounds cooler than Dick, but what do I know? It was great to see producer Matt on my screen. Behind him was a picture of what appears to be a telephone pole in it. Most telephone poles are made from Douglas fir, which is a tree named after Scottish botanist David Douglas, who died in Hawaii when he fell into a pit trap and was mauled by a bull. By the way, did you know that the bull's logo upside down looks like a robot reading a book? Scott Marvel Cassidy was a great guest too. I noticed that he had a beard, which is an attractive facial hairstyle that was worn by famous men such as Rutherford B. Hayes, Henry David Thoreau, and Maximilian I, who was born in Vienna but became the emperor of the Second Mexican Empire. But oops, he was executed after he screwed up some political stuff. His body was embalmed and put on display in Mexico for 6 months before being sent back to Vienna. Drake also has a beard. Finally, I sure got homesick when I saw my buddy Vic on the show, smiling and playing great drops. Couldn't help but notice that his microphone says VB on it. VB is a popular beer here in Australia. I didn't have any, but it seems to make people quite happy, such as this local man.
If you're a fucking fair dinkum fucking full-grown Aussie, this is what you'd have for breakfast, you fucking dog cunts. A fucking VB long neck at 20 to 8 in the fucking morning. Get that up, yeah.
Overall, it was a great show. I'll give it a 6 out of 10 because I wasn't there. Miss you guys, and I look forward to my triumphant return next week. Cheers.
Kinder, you both shaky. Me unscrabbly. Chock-a-doobie! Doubly chock-a-doobie! Pop swabble! Toy! Yodel yum and choco scrum with multi pop swabble dies! Oh, grubbly! Me scrubble now! Snuggle! Whee!
Kinder Surprise from
of a man
Ferrero.
named Healy who was working with 3 very funny guys. One of them had funky hair, one had a bowl cut, the youngest one was bald. It's the story of Brother Shemp. He performed with the boys in vaudeville. He came back in 47 when Curly became ill. Here's the story, what happened later. Shemp passed on and Moe and Larry wept. They couldn't find another partner. There's no one to accept. Till the one day when they brought in Joey Besser, the flying solo was more his cup of tea. So they hired Curly Joe DeRita. That's the way they remain. The Stooges 3, the Stooges 3, the Stooges 3. Oh, that's the way they remain. The Stooges 3.
Right back.
It was a gag. It was just a joke. I work alone. I work alone. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, took yourself off,
Thank you. Pick up your earrings. Let's have a real cheer for them.
What was that last remark? You work alone? I'll see it, Jared.
Wait a minute. No. I meant, would you like me to ask them to replay that track, Ed?
What? I can't since the war injury, you know. The shrapnel in my hip, I
The
can't.
shrapnel went from your neck to... Try it one time, Ed.
Not on your leg. No.
Go, Ed.
All right, save it. I need him for the rest of the show.
Please. Wow.
Okay.
We're back. That's right. That was a. Thank you. Now look who just got promoted.
Do I get a raise also?
No.
Co-host status.
No, but we're so disappointed with Doug's video that we've permanently severed ties, and Taylor's now the newest member of the Holy Trinity.
I'm honored. I'll take his job. This is a rough business, you know. Like, Doug's so
dog eat
talented,
dog.
but like, I will destroy his life to take
Dog
his
eat
job.
Doug.
Dog eat Doug. No, of course. That Doug video, wasn't that great, everybody?
That was
That's 3 cheers for Doug.
How did he do that in the middle of everything else he's in?
I know. That's what I said.
He has to go skateboarding. He has to go.
I know. He's always,
like.
Doesn't he ever do like what I do, which is lie in bed for 3 hours?
I feel every time I see pictures of him, like on Instagram, it's like he's all over the world, and I've just like been in the same room all week.
Yeah. Well, thank God you found Trump Gremlin. We were during the break. We were showing that bizarre. And Joanna Sternberg has gone. She'll be back. But they'll be back. AWOL.
No, they'll be back in a sec. Okay. Joining us for the whole second half to hang out, talk music. If you have questions, zoom in.
We were blown away.
Do we have a video? Can we?
A video of them just playing on the show? Yes.
No. Do we have a new video to watch?
Oh, Taylor
brought a nice video to watch.
So we were talking. We showed a little Jerry Lewis thing, which I don't know. I couldn't.
Breakdancing.
Okay.
With Shalimar.
And then Taylor said what?
So I have this video that I feel like is your vibe, and you'll let me know after you watch it. But I went to see Jerry Lewis perform before he died, and he.
It's a terrible show, right?
Can I tell you this?
Yeah.
Yes and no. So every video package he showed from like Colgate Comedy Hour in 1950, absolute funniest stuff I've ever seen. It still holds. It holds like it's timeless. It's amazing. It's classic. It's perfect comedy. And then the things he said when he sat at a chair and just played videos. Everything he said in the chair was horribly offensive and terrible. And like how does I'm not going to do the punchline, but I can't.
Chinese
how does
Asian
a Chinese
jokes.
person name their child?
Yes,
you know?
I know. Don't do it.
I'm not.
I know where that goes.
But
I saw the same show. I went to the same show with. Where was it?
It was at
like in Orange County somewhere?
Theater.
Oh, okay. Me, John C. Reilly, and Greg, I think, went Greg Turkington, went down to see that show. That probably around the same
Yeah.
time. It was. What was funny was the projection of all his material was so poor. It was like they ripped it off of a 480 YouTube link, and so it was all dark and grainy, and it was the lighting was kind of hitting the screen, so it was kind of all blown up. But
so then there's a meet and greet afterwards, and
Yeah.
I had whatever connection. I was like, you know what? I'll get a picture with this guy.
Yeah.
And then my buddy randomly filmed it, so I think it's a minute of roller coaster.
Oh, here it is. This is it?
There's a roller coaster here.
Okay, can't wait. I've never seen this.
Jerry Lewis, 93.
Sorry, I'm not on watching every one of your YouTube videos.
You haven't watched this yet? How are you? I'm Taylor. I'm a comedian, a stand-up.
Yes, I know you are.
Really?
You're very good.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know?
You kept me up one night.
Really?
Yeah.
That means this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
it's the truth. I can't remember if it was a. I don't know what the hell it was.
I
but
did
you were
America's
awful
Got
good.
Talent. Oh my gosh, this means it means the world to me. I've watched you my entire life and.
Well, you've got the great quality for a comedian. You look sick.
That's pretty funny. That's great.
You get the audience's sympathy right away.
And then it turns here. Oh my gosh, may I get like a proper photo?
You're not going to take a picture of that goddamn camera. Go ahead. Shoot.
Thank you.
This one. I want one with my daughter. I want one with my grandson. I want one with my granddaughter. Kimmy, come here. I gotta have a picture of you.
That's insane! That's insane!
Wow. I guess we're done now.
That's so good. Wow! That was shocking.
Bossing everyone.
That is
wow. Kimmy, come
Look at my
here.
face.
Yeah. That's bizarre.
I love it.
It's like you never lived, you were never alive. Bye.
You shrunk out of the picture.
That's like my David Byrne story. I'm sure I've told that on the show before.
I don't think you have. Which one? What?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
He didn't. We had met,
and
I met him again after a show, and he looked at me like, "Who are you?" And it was very upsetting. But
Was it your first when you asked if you could get tickets and he said, no, you can't, and that was very fast?
yeah, he said, "I don't think so."
I don't think so, right.
Yeah.
I even knew that, but
Yeah.
I went blank.
Well, look at you in the studio.
In the stew.
And you said, this was very cute, because you came in, we're setting up, and Matt was giving you the rundown.
Kimmy, come here. I gotta
And
have a picture.
Matt said, show starts at 10, and you're like, oh, of course it does. I know. I'm a fan.
Busted.
And so it was always nice when a guest comes in that knows the deal, like you, and you.
Honored to be here.
And the other thing that was, when you started playing that song, can you take the guitar and walk us through these chords?
Oh my gosh, sure.
I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh.
Why not?
Why not?
We have a lot of musicians here.
There are a lot.
Tell us about this. Tell about this chord change that we get from you.
Sure.
Because that's when Vic and I go. We go.
Cool.
That's
Maybe that one time, but now you're like, oh.
Well, there's we all have our little tricks, right?
It's true.
It's never as complicated as it.
Maybe you mean the show.
So we're in basic 1-4-5 territory here, which I love, and I could listen to songs like that all day long.
Oh yeah. Mm. Oh, you meant probably like the walk down to F and then to
Yes,
E7.
the F.
So to the major six.
Major six.
What do they call that?
No, the major third.
It would be 5 of 2 technically.
So wait, isn't it? Oh, a Picardy third when the minor turns into a major.
When it goes to a major, yeah.
Right, I think it's called that.
Well, let me say, it was a pretty song. Your voice works so well with the song. But then that was like, now you have us. Now I'm a fan for life.
Oh my gosh.
Tell us about Joanna Sternberg. You're coming in from New York?
Yes, I am.
Yes, let's get a roadie in here.
No, otherwise I'm gonna break it.
Damn it, Taylor.
I'm gonna break it. I'm sorry. I'm just afraid to break it because I break everything, basically.
Is that true? That could be a new album title. I break everything.
That's a great idea.
Write it down.
Can I use it?
I'm not going to, trust me, I won't
Can I do
forget that you said it, so I don't have to write it down. I will remember that forever.
Just so you know, my wife has that same guitar. I did actually break that guitar. Like, at home. It's awful. It's the worst feeling.
It's not.
I put a guitar stand right through it. It was awful.
Oh
Not on
my
purpose or anything.
Wow,
Okay.
Keep him away.
Similar.
I was going to
We're
say,
very
watch
similar.
out. Yeah.
What is the? Oh yeah, I'm on tour.
You're on tour. Well, let's get that over. Let's get that over with.
I'm being a diva.
Where are you playing in? Where can people find this? Or when are you playing in
I
LA?
would have came here just for this though. I'm playing tonight and tomorrow
Where at?
at Bob Baker Marionette Theater.
Oh,
Really
that's
excited.
one of our favorite spots. I might come see that show.
Please.
Have you been kids welcome?
Of course. I mean, I would think because it's a marionette theater,
Yeah.
but I
I
would
wonder
make
what my
sure.
daughter would think of you. I think she'd be.
I have a song about a penguin.
There you go.
She hates penguins.
Well, yeah, maybe it's annoying. I don't know.
No, so you're out in New York?
Yeah, I'm in New York, and yeah.
How long you been doing this? What's your background?
Sorry, but there's a show tomorrow at. Sorry, it's the
Bob Baker.
No, it's today
Tonight's
and tomorrow.
Baker, tomorrow I think
just
it's
blank out.
Barnesdale?
Yeah, I blank out.
the library?
Another with a B.
Yeah.
Just like
Baker and Barnesdale.
Yeah, there we go.
So
Sorry.
tonight is Baker.
Baker and the barn. I just thought I'd say it. But I'm from New York City, and I've been playing music my whole life. But I started, I guess, writing songs when I was a little kid, but they weren't really actually songs. They were me just trying to write songs, but maybe I'd write a musical in my imagination and write a theme song to the musical. But I wanted to write songs when I was probably 21, so like 10 years ago.
Okay, so that makes you. Okay, I can't do that math.
I'm 32.
Well, and you're. Well, people can just listen to you at home.
Did you ever think of did you think you were going to be sending songs to people and other people would record your songs?
Exactly.
Is that what it was?
That's exactly it, because I was afraid to sing.
Right.
So I had my friends singing the songs, and then I got singing lessons.
You did?
Yeah, because it was very funny, because I started off as a jazz double bassist.
Okay.
That was what I was doing every day,
Shout
every
out
night.
to Eliana Athade.
Who's also my daughter's bass teacher.
That's right.
Just an FYI.
Oh, cool. Oh, my God, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I was doing that every day, every night, all the time. And then I was playing so many gigs with singers, amazing singers. I backed them up, and then I couldn't help but learn all the words to every standard. And I wanted to sing them, but it wasn't like when you first start singing, you maybe try to sing in a voice that isn't yours or something.
Right, sure.
Like I was trying to, I don't know what I was trying to do, but it was like Nina Simone, Chet Baker, bad, horrible, horrible.
Cultural appropriation to the nth degree.
degree, and also out of tune.
Yeah.
But then I got some help, luckily, by another Baker named Kate Baker, an amazing vocal teacher who helped me find my voice.
Now, did you come from a musical family?
I
You
do.
must. I knew it.
And I was going to brag that my aunt, I think, went on a date with Jerry Lewis.
Hubba hubba.
I know. Drama.
But he was 83.
No, way before. Way before.
And those teeth were falling out of his mouth.
I was just going to say, because that relates. She's an amazing impersonator. And Marilyn Michaels is her name. And my dad's an amazing singer-songwriter, visual artist, and lots of Yiddish theater. Also in the family, my mom acted lots of showbiz.
Amazing. So you grew up in the city?
Yes.
Wow. I love people that grow up in the New York City area.
It's all true.
Manhattan?
City kids, yeah.
Manhattan. I grew up in the same building. That was Seinfeld was based off of my building.
Are you kidding?
Not kidding. So like when Larry David was like not poor, I guess you could say, in writing for SNL, he lived in my building, and he had a neighbor named Kenny Kramer who had barged into his apartment, who still lives in my building, who's actually, dare I say it, better than the real Kramer.
Really?
His TV,
More
better
fun.
than the TV.
That guy
thing.
used to do like tours and stuff. Remember
Yeah,
that?
he's so all big. He also officiates weddings. I think he manages a reggae band. He's amazing.
Oh my God.
I mean, I love the TV Kramer too, but I love the Kenny Kramers too.
You don't like that shit he said on stage so many
Well,
years
that's
ago, do you?
Why are you looking at me?
Yeah, that was
That
horrific.
seemed out of line.
Taylor, how do you feel about the wars in the Middle East, Taylor? Taylor, how do you feel about racial slurs?
Yeah.
Just the fun topics.
Well, I'm sure there's many people that want to say hello to you. Let's see if there's anybody on the line or anybody
Really?
in the Zoom room. I don't know.
Probably my parents.
I think this is I believe we have a surprise celebrity Zoomer. Michaela Davis? Is this the same one? The same Michaela that we shouted out last week?
Oh my gosh, the amazing singer's harpist.
Michaela? Michaela?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Joanna, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you? You sound great.
I love your scarf. And
Thank you. I
thank
just
you. And
got
thank you.
it.
Sorry, I looked at the scarf. Thank you so much. I love it. Whoa, that was an echo.
So let me think of a question. Well, Joanna, first of all, we're both playing Solid Sound this year, right?
Yeah.
Playing where?
What?
Oh, the Wilco
it's a
Festival.
festival. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Which day are you playing?
That's a great question, and I don't know. I'm just I'll be there every day for it, so it doesn't even matter because I will be there the
Okay,
whole
I
time.
think me too. And as for a question, what have you been into drawing lately?
Thank you. Oh my gosh, thanks for asking. Well, I guess I've been trying to draw like cartoons. I have like a little idea of a comic book, and it's taken a very long time. So I'm trying different ways of that, but I don't know if I want to use humans in it or animals.
I'd go animals, if you want my opinion.
I do. I would love your opinion.
What do you think, Michaela? Animals or humans?
Absolutely animals.
Now, Michaela, are you on
Ma-
tour or something? What's going on with you in the car?
Yeah.
It looks like a tour. Oh, I know them. Hi, everybody.
We're all packed in the minivan like sardines. So checking them out. That's my band.
Wow, look at you guys. Where are you playing tonight?
We're playing at Ardmore Music Hall in Philadelphia.
Oh, I love.
Oh wait, no, we're not.
No, they're not.
Sorry, that's tomorrow. We're playing at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park. I have a question for the Pennsylvania folk
Okay.
here, because you grew up in Pennsylvania, right?
Yes, Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Okay, we just drove through and we stopped at the most amazing Amish farmers market in Oxford. It's just Oxford Farmers Market. Have you ever heard of that or been there?
I'm going to be honest with you. My answer is no. Vic?
I've never been there.
Never heard of it.
I don't think it exists.
It's not real. Fake
You
farmers
sure you weren't
market.
in England? Because that's Oxford, England. I know that.
No, they had amazing pretzels. We all got some pretzels and donuts, and they were making them really fast. All of the
Yeah. Did you get any funnel cake? People love funnel cake out there.
It's fun.
No, but maybe next time.
All right, real quick. Who in the band loves funnel cake the most? You got to call it out.
Who loves? I'm in my AirPods, so they can't necessarily hear you. But
Well, that's
who
perfect.
likes funnel cake the most?
All right. Thank you very much,
Well,
Michaela.
and some context.
We'll have you on the show next time you're in town,
Yes,
okay?
Michaela was on the cover of
Yeah.
Film Magazine.
All right.
Oh my God, that's right. Look at this.
Yes.
So remember.
How about
yeah,
this?
I heard you had some questions
Yes.
for me.
Well, I have to admit. Listen, I don't know anybody. I don't know who anybody is, and I apologize. I didn't know.
Who's Phil? I'm kidding.
This is
Michaela,
a
I
full
didn't-
inception because now you're holding the
Yeah.
same magazine, and here's the clip.
You know what happened? Remember that show we did with John Worster, and I was going through all the people that they were saying were the new artists. And what magazine was that? Stereo Gum or something like that, or one of those. And I was goofing on it just because it was more about how old and out of touch I am. And one of them was Matty Diaz, and Matty Diaz is terrific. And of course, I should just shut my mouth. But it was more about it wasn't about them, it was about me and John Worster and me, us being like, I don't know anybody since New Kids on the Block came out.
Oh, they're good. I just heard
Yeah.
about them. They're good.
We just went on tour with the Mountain Goats in the fall.
Oh, good.
I know John.
Yeah, John's great. All right, Michaela, this just can't be us
John
hanging
Mountain
out
Goat.
talking about who we
All
know. But have a great show tonight. That's the Stone Pony's pretty cool.
That is cool.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah.
the boss's.
That's what I said. We're born to
boss's
run.
drum, yeah.
We're born to run. All right, take care.
All right. Thanks for having me on.
getting
Bye.
car
Bye,
sick.
Joanna.
Bye, Michaela Davis.
That's so nice. You seem to be friends.
Oh,
Oh my God. Do you like Bruce? You must.
Of course I do. Of course I do. Oh, of course. I can't really give that impression that good, but I.
Music hole.
I love him, of course.
I don't think people realize that's what he sounds like.
He does.
Sometimes.
And I can admit it. He's always exasperated.
I love him though, and we're gonna have Steve Hayden on the show soon, I hope. And he wrote this book about the Born in the USA book, the Born in the USA album. That is so good.
Oh yeah.
So good, and it's a great piece of writing.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I want to get through this. Here's my policy check. Policy check. I want to see if your thoughts on this policy. It's not heavy. Don't worry. Calm down. You don't have to take.
Every time you look at me, I get scared and I feel like something.
I'm stressed.
This week I was back in Toronto working on the TV show, and I was with my friends who have, folks. I'm up there with Rajat and Jeremy and Alyssa Limperis. And a new friend, or a great friend of the show, but new to Toronto, was Office Hours East's own John Glazer is up there. So we had a little late dinner at the hotel, and the hotel's got a pretty nice, it's like a bar restaurant. Okay, I'll tell you some of the things they have on the menu. Fish and chips, burger, fish sandwich, pizza for one.
A Reuben?
No, but it's pretty good. I would say it's higher end bar food kind of place. And so they have a menu, and they get wings and that kind of stuff, right? So they get a menu, but the guy lets us know that at 10 o'clock, the menu gets smaller. It becomes a smaller bar menu. Some of the things, the menu changes. So the three of us get there, and we order from the main menu before 10. Now, the fourth member arrives a little late, and they are vegan. They don't eat just everything, right? They're vegans. Vegans. As far as I know, they don't eat dairy or meat, fish, whatever. You know what vegans are.
Bacon?
They're vegan for bacon.
Oh.
They say, can I just... so one of the gentlemen gets a pizza. It's a pizza for one, but it's pretty big. And this is a Canadian thing. I don't get this, but they say, do you want fries or salad with that? Fries with a pizza? That's too much. I don't like fries with a pizza, right?
That's nuts.
So it's, of course, well, I better get a salad. I don't want to look like an idiot. I don't want to look like a pig.
Quesadilla.
Disgusting. So they get the side salad, naturally. And a little salad with pizza, that's a nice move.
Sure.
Everyone's with me so far? So out comes the pizza, out comes the side salad. It's a little bowl with some lettuce and some dressing on it. This is nothing special. Our fourth person comes, it's after 10. I'm saying it's 10:05. Let's be generous, let's say it's 10:07. They say, can I just get that side salad? Oh, no, sorry, there's a different menu for after 10 o'clock. We can't do... Matt? What's that? What are we saying now? That thing that's right in front of him. Can I get one of those? Can I get another one of those?
Where do the materials go?
I have a theory that person is a fan of the show and wants.
They want content.
Yes, they want to be in. They wanted to have started this.
I am the main character. You know this Reddit subreddit?
Yeah.
I am obsessed with it now. But anyways,
Honey mustard.
We didn't push the issue. We didn't want to get into it. Okay? It just seemed like, hey, maybe the policy can be, yes, that's not on the menu, but let me go back there and whip something up and we'll charge you for fries or whatever is on that. It wasn't they're shutting the kitchen down. They were just restricting the amount of items that they were providing. So we're all does anyone think that seems like a sound, reasonable policy?
Well, it's a slippery slope, pal. You say,
well, then, so the night after that, we decided to try to improvise to justify, and John Glazer was put in the position to justify the decision. And it was very funny. He was very good at it, and he had to make a whole point about he's got guys on the line who they might get slammed with the bar food, and we've already put that away, and to open it's a health issue. The game was to try to justify the policy. But are you for the policy or against it?
I'm against it. I think a side salad should be had
Any time of day.
Anytime. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Very easy to make.
Joanna?
Maybe they think after 10 people drink more, so they're more likely to throw up salad.
That could be part of the
harder to clean up.
That's their
But that doesn't
staff
make
meeting.
sense. But maybe someone has an obsession with 10. Something happened to them after 10, and the owner's crazy about this one rule, and it doesn't make sense to anyone else.
Well, when after 10 o'clock, we lock up all the greens and we seal the door,
Yeah,
and
no
it can't be
drinking,
opened.
and yeah.
I love these pictures so people understand what you're talking about.
No, that is great.
Just in case you don't know.
All right.
I just think it's a slippery slope because rules are you're a father. I
Yeah.
don't want to speak about your private life, but you know,
pretty open.
You don't respect your privacy, but I do. 10:05. Then what's next? 11 p.m. What's next? 3 a.m.
Right.
You gotta cut it off at some point.
It's just when the fact that the side salad was sitting there on the table is like this.
Yeah. You can't eat this.
What if it's just stressful to clean up after, and they just want easy foods to throw in the trash and do the dishes?
Yeah.
It's some bureaucratic move, though. Somebody at the top. That
Bureaucratic.
Bureaucratic, whatever it is. Bureaucratic, yeah.
Salad is messy to clean up, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I found something when I was on a plane a couple of years ago. The lady next to me just had a head of lettuce, and she would peel it off and just go like this. And I made fun of her at the time. It's bizarre. I don't know what to see, but
To her face, you're making fun of her?
No, it's not.
Look at
I was like, that's odd. I've never
Yeah.
seen that before, but I've done it since. Not having on an airplane or anything, but at home. And it's
A bunny
really
rabbit
easier.
diet.
Sure.
Yeah, you just do that.
Do you ever eat a tomato like an apple?
Oh, of course. A little salt on it.
And I'm not condoning the salad rule. I'm just saying an idea is just.
I don't think this is going to cause a lot of controversy in the community.
You never know on
Matt,
the internet.
what do we have? Anything?
Unfortunately, Phil Braun is here.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
All right, Phil.
I think we probably have to let him on.
Okay.
So I'll take a bagel. I'll cut it in 3.
Well,
So
I
then
got
the
some
bottom
pretty
layer,
interesting
I'll-
news. So, I guess you guys have heard about the Don Henley, the legal.
Morning,
pad.
Phil.
Yeah, how are you? You guys have heard about Don Henley's
How can we help you today?
legal issues.
What legal issues? Are we talking?
Don Henley and his, the legal pads and stuff. Have you heard about that story?
No, I'm not following that story. I'm following the Rust trial. Do you want to talk about that?
No, I don't.
Is that Don Henley?
Don Henley
He looks like William Devane.
No,
he does.
Oh yeah, that's Don there.
Oh wow.
It's at his
Looks
case.
like-
It's a big case.
All right, what is the case?
Well, he's suing this guy because supposedly he had his legal pad stolen with all his lyrics, his Eagles lyrics on there, and the guy says that no, Don gave them to him, and he's trying to sell them. So of course there's just issues there, and it's brought up some sensitive material with Don, and he was supposedly with an underage girl, back in the early 80s and so
Yes,
forth.
a lot of, if you go down the rabbit hole of Don Henley's activities during the heyday of his rock and roll life, it's pretty nasty stuff.
So, but yeah, I'm a little nervous to just even bring it up just because of what's now in the news and the litigation and all that. But I got a legal pad that Don gave me some years ago.
Oh, no.
It's just, it's really interesting. It's full.
How do you
of
know
all of
Don? Why would Don do this? Do you have a relationship with Don Henley?
No, I just met him. He was at a bar. I guess he'd had a few drinks, and he said, because just like he did this guy, if you read the article, he just gave these to this guy. Had a lot of, Hotel California lyrics were on it. And
wow.
all this, and he gave me one too, and I said, hey, just you want to take a look at it? I said, yeah, sure. These are pretty historic, I guess, but these are, I don't know if these songs were ever published or anything, but they are pretty interesting to look at, needless to say.
I guess, yeah.
The ink looks very fresh.
All right, Phil. Well, good luck to you. And sorry, did you want to highlight any of these or what?
Well, I could read. There's one that's called "We're the Eagles." I guess he wrote like in the early '70s or something. And I don't know the tunes to any of these. Of course, these are just like handwritten lyrics that he
Right.
put down. But it's like says, we're the Eagles. What can we say? We're a rock and roll band, and folks hear us play. My name's Don, and I play drum. Everyone else in the band likes to strum. Felder, Frey, Meisner, and Ledden play guitar. Then Bernie poured beer on Glenn in a bar. We're the Eagles. What can we say? We're a rock band. Folks hear us play. And then the chorus repeats again.
Yeah.
We're the Eagles. What can we say? We're a rock and roll band, and folks hear us play. And that's kind of the end of that.
You know what's odd about that? I don't know what, I can't remember the years, the timeline here, but you know, they're actually called just Eagles. They're not called the Eagles. They're just called Eagles. Look it up.
Yes, well, maybe that's why he didn't publish it, but he wrote it, We're the Eagles. So I don't know
Right.
if he changed it later or something.
Yes, exactly.
Can we take his eyebrows off?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's take Phil's eyebrows. Everyone, please take Phil's eyebrows off, please, as soon as possible.
Please don't do that.
All right.
Or make them bigger.
I didn't deserve it.
Well, I'm not surprised that Don Henley's not suing you because those lyrics don't seem too, too valuable to him. So.
Well, there's another one called No ID.
I bet there is.
This one called No ID is kind of an interesting song he wrote in 1980. I can read the lyrics off of that one too.
Now, let me ask you a question here. You've got one legal pad.
Yeah.
And the first page is lyrics from 1971. Second page is lyrics from 1980.
I mean, they jump around. It's got like.
Interesting.
They
Well
might-
traveled.
They probably tore out the pages in between. Like, it makes
Maybe.
sense.
Any evidence of that?
There's like a grocery list on here.
Okay.
I mean, it jumps around a bunch of different stuff.
I didn't realize that.
There's one called this one that No ID says no ID, ain't gonna check for no ID. ID is for the fuzz. That's what I say. I just want a good buzz. Don't care your age. No ID, ain't gonna check for no ID. Hey babe, got some drugs. Send them my way. Keep your ID. Showing it is for squares.
Is for what?
Keep it a secret. See if I care. No ID, and it kind of goes on like that.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, he didn't publish them, so I don't know. But interesting, given the legal troubles he's in at the moment.
All right. We have other. Yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Anything else, Phil?
How does that happen?
Well, you can take that down.
You're frozen there.
You take that down. No,
Your
that's not
video's
me.
frozen.
No, that's something you guys made.
All right. Thanks, Phil. Anything else? Because we've got people with their hands raised here.
No,
I'm sure.
yeah, that was pretty much it. And there's another one that he wrote that he says give to Gene Simmons. It's called Lick It Up. But he wrote that one too, apparently.
All right. I'm going to go to Genevieve here. Genevieve's got her hand raised, and she does not seem amused by any of this. I have to tell you. You see Genevieve there, Matt?
I'm amused.
Yeah. You sure? Because you look glum. You looked like you're ready to punch through the computer screen if Phil Braun slap his silly face.
No, I love Phil and I love everybody in the
Oh,
room.
that's nice
Thank you for having me on again. This is my second time calling. I'm still nervous, but
Well, you got your hand raised. Let's talk about it. What is it? What can we do?
I just want to say hi to Joanna. I met them many years ago in New York. I'm also a bass player, and I feel like we must have. You do?
I do.
We have some mutual friends. Valerie, also a bass player in New York. So I'm a big fan, and I'm so happy I got to watch live today because that song you played is like one of my favorite songs of all time.
Gosh, thank you so much, Genevieve.
bass.
I was
It's
like,
really
I
helped me.
recognize Genevieve.
Oh, that's sweet.
Hello.
I recognize you too, but I'm not famous now, so.
I'm just honored to be. I'm very nervous. You're nervous calling in. Imagine how I feel sitting here, but it's okay.
Are you okay? Because
everyone's so nice here. I'm sorry.
And I just wanted to say, Tim, you had asked a few weeks ago, like if people even enjoy the live music sessions, and I would like to say on the record that I am a fan of them.
Hey, okay. Well, you know what's been nice is our boy, the love of my life. I'm going to say this right now, Wes. has put a lot of energy and time into the lighting, and Matt too, of course, and I think that's helped because sometimes have these bands on, it just full blast lighting.
It was your
It's a
idea,
little-
Tim, though, right? It was
Oh,
of course.
I made mention of the issue.
This is very amazing lighting because I usually get very stressed by lighting, and I'm not
Yeah.
even
Right.
stressed.
And it calms.
No.
Yeah, when the band.
That's
really
all
comes
Wes.
down,
Wes does a
love
great
that.
job.
Look at that. There. Let's leave it like that.
Vic is
I want
always
right
lobbying
there,
to
right
just
in the
leave
middle.
it dark.
Right in the middle. Just want to hide.
All right. Well, that's nice to hear. We're going to keep doing, and kudos to Matt for introducing our community to so many artists that that aren't on the pulse of things happening. But I'm not. Did that make sense?
Love pretty music.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Oh,
And
thank
we have
you.
great publicists now who are aware of the. Well, we don't have these publicists out there are hitting us up all the time because this is the show to do.
That's right. They love the Tom Heidecker show.
Oh, what was that? Somebody
They
pitched
one of
an
the
artist.
pitch. One of
It
the
could have just been
pitches.
a typo.
Can we get, and also I just want to just allow all of my fans to please feel free to like zoom in and compliment me.
Oh, that's
Like,
true. There's been nobody. Nobody's chiming in.
But
We
you
can see if
haven't
Jerry
called
Lewis Jr. is on the line.
Gary.
Yes. I was going to ask you. You said you're doing these rounds.
Sure.
The rounds.
Yeah.
Because you feel. First of all, did you self-produce the stand-up special?
Self-financed, self-produced, YouTube release comedy special. My favorite jokes I've ever put out. Sincerely, I'm really proud of it. I'm on a tour, world tour.
Yeah.
If you don't count other countries.
Do you find that this promotional push has helped?
I find it's
Do you
helped.
see metrics?
I see metrics. But it's interesting. Some things don't have metrics, and I'm learning. It's interesting. It's not we're not in the time where you go on Johnny Carson and then like overnight sensation.
No.
I did America's Got Talent. It was like 6 months, and Howie Mandel was like, that's like one Johnny Carson back in my day.
Yeah.
And now I'm finding doing a podcast of somebody who I don't really vibe with is not worth it.
And you've done a few of those.
I've done one or two of these,
Right.
and I've got. I found like it's interesting. Like I did like Mark Maron, I did Jimmy Pardo,
Yeah.
and like the people who come to see me live who like didn't know who I was. Like it's the best compliment is I didn't know who you were.
Right.
And then I heard you on my favorite person's thing.
Yeah.
And then they vouch for you, and then you were
That's
silly,
nice.
and they come see me. It's a different. Human type of human than some of these scummy people, you know.
Yeah, so we talked about this before the show, and we've sort of agreed. We have some terms of that we're not going to name names.
Yeah.
But my podcast can only assume, and you could kind of go down and look at some of this podcast you've done. I'm not talking about Mark Maron. Mark Maron's a friend of the show. We love Mark. But there are podcasts you've done recently in efforts to expand your audience or to promote your work, which I respect.
Listen, Hitler has a big following,
Easy.
and you know.
But you said, listen, some of these guys are not on the up and up. This is a bad crowd.
It's
This is
I
nasty people.
I think that scummy people have bigger audiences. I found, and like, but then like I got to tour with Mark Maron, and his fan base is just loves. It's kind people, thoughtful people.
Now, complete non sequitur here. Did you watch Shane Gillis's monologue
I
on
did.
SNL?
I did.
That has nothing to do with the other thing we're talking about.
Yes.
That was rough. Did you watch it?
I couldn't tell if he was doing it on purpose.
The humor?
No, like the rough.
Yes.
Like was he trying
The
to
rough
prank
crowd?
America?
The rough crowd bit?
I think he was nervous.
Was he trying to prank
what I thought.
America?
Because it didn't feel like things were going badly.
Can I tell you, my objective comedic analysis.
Yes, you're a professional. You have the right to.
Professional. I do a self-deprecating shtick when I'm doing really well.
Right.
I act like it's not going well.
Right.
And then also like even like my comedy characters maybe a little bit of like, am I doing okay? Do you guys like me? But
yes.
it's my
Sort of
thing.
a desperate kind of pathetic persona. A little bit.
It's a character.
Yes, I
I
understand.
like performance art, but then maybe that's just me hoping that he's in control of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know much of his stand-up, but I did read that people were saying that he does that in his normal shows.
Oh, okay.
That's his shtick. But then the people who don't know, if you say you're bombing, people think you're bombing.
Yeah, because it didn't. The sound of the crowd in that room was was not groaning.
Yeah.
Right.
It was strange because they were nervously laughing. It was strange. It was all very bizarre.
Yeah. Well, it also is. I mean, listen, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a huge like stand-up comedy fan.
Me neither, honestly.
Because it's like the premises were kind of weak. It was just It didn't.
But I always love when Lorne puts his cast members through shit like that, or like they bring
know.
Trump on and they force them to interact.
I will say this
What a
about
great
Shane
guy.
Gillis: he does a really good Trump. He doesn't.
Yes,
the-
he
the-
must
the
have
Trump's-
learned it from James. I think he.
Well, we all
that's
yes. I
what
mean,
do.
and Anthony
For that
Entoming
thing.
does a great Trump. Of
Oh,
course,
he's
the original.
He's the best. Yeah.
Rich Little. I was talking to these. You know
Rich
what?
Little, yeah.
These
He's still
young
around.
bucks that I'm working with. My loves, Rajat and Jeremy, my two sons, who I love, and I've had such fun with them. They're very funny.
Yeah,
They never heard of Rich Little before.
What? What's wrong with them?
Can you do a Rich Little impression?
No.
He still goes on Huckabee, doing his Reagan.
He's still around, right?
Yeah.
But it's a generational thing. You might not know who Rich Little is.
No one under 60.
I
who's
blank out and forget things and then remember when I leave.
Sure.
So I don't even know.
But these guys are they claim to want to be in comedy.
But he was like Frank Gorshin's predecessor, kind of. Frank Gorshin.
Oh.
He was
If
Frank
anybody-
People
Gorshin's
don't know Frank
predecessor.
Gorshin.
Do you know who
There's Frank Gorsham, then there was Rich
You
Little.
mean Frank
I think
Caliendo?
Rich Little was
You mean
first.
Frank Caliendo?
No, there's Frank Caliendo, but Frank Gorshin played the Riddler on
Yeah.
Batman, but he was an impressionist.
Yeah, but Little's after him.
Yeah.
Really?
Little's more like 70s, 80s.
Oh, okay.
He's still alive.
Yeah, I
isn't
guess
he?
you're right. Yeah, I guess you're
That's
right.
what he looks like now, apparently.
The best part
That's
of-
Rich Little?
Apparently.
I just enjoyed Twitter after that SNL. I went on Twitter for hours,
You
just
did?
reading everything.
So you get into all this
Wow.
stuff. I would think you'd be one of these people that are just completely.
I'm a Real
not-
Housewives fanatic.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't watch any of that stuff, but I am kind of get trapped
I
up in
didn't
this
expect.
this Rust trial. You following this Rust trial?
I'm ignorant to the. I know about Alec Baldwin and.
Is this the Rust theme song?
This is the Rust soundtrack. No, the only I don't know. There was something compelling because it's a televised trial, and it's terrible what happened. But the only take I'll have right now is this: what it seems like is that this Alec Baldwin, he signs on, he produces and co-writes this Western, and it's like why put yourself through that? Because it looks like a terrible, very low budget, and not a lot of days. It seems like a lot of cost cutting, a lot of cutting corners. Why is Alec Baldwin bothering with this?
he's
Like at some point when you're coming up with like the plan, you're like, hey, I got this. I want to do a Western. All right, I got this script. I'll produce it. Okay. Well, how much money is there out there for this? Well, Alec, I'll be honest with you. It's not looking great. We've got, let's say, $3 million to do this movie. At that point, Alec should have been like, I don't need to deal with this. I don't need to like go out in the middle of the desert and like eat, bad catering out of a styrofoam and get.
Is he bankrolling it too? Is that like part of it, or
I don't know
Seems-
about
yeah, just
that.
cutting
I
corners.
think
Just
you
do
always
it
get
right.
financing.
Yeah, it's fine.
He knows enough to not
I
get
know, he
involved
doesn't
in
need to do that.
This, it feels like student film level.
Beetlejuice.
I have the answer for
Go
you.
ahead.
He has like 8 children.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
yeah, his
He
wife's
wants to
pretty
leave
annoying.
But
the
you think these are
house.
the only options he has? I think he could get himself in a legit movie.
Do you want me to ask him?
Do you have a video?
No, I don't want you to ask him.
I feel weird.
But if he just would have said, well, he can't be making a lot of money on this movie unless that's the whole deal. Unless the deal is like, let's make this movie for
Right.
nothing, and I'm gonna take the top
And hide it.
and I'm gonna sell it and make a,
But no
like,
one's gonna go see it now, will they? Or will
Oh,
they?
well, they're quite
Or
the
will they?
opposite.
You think so?
it's gonna become like the
Right,
like
yeah.
sickos watching the movie,
Oh,
right?
I
That's
think
it,
it's gonna
that's
be like
a-
the Jerry Lewis, The Day the
That's
Clown
weird.
Died.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I think more
Hide It
about
Away.
this.
You remember that one?
It is, and it's also insane that they went back to finish the film.
I know.
Every part
Yeah,
of this is
that's
tragic
insane.
and
Yeah.
insane, and obviously I agree with you. Like, what is? But maybe he thinks it's that good though. Maybe he thinks that he's the next John Wayne, and this is it. Like, well, because Yellowstone's so popular.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
he's like, this is it.
This
Maybe
is my ticket.
he
This
he
is my
must
Harrison Ford ticket.
he must believe it's amazing.
All right, and that is, are we clear with that? Let's check the gate. That is a wrap on Rust, everybody. All right, well, it's good working with you. Yeah, it's good working with you. Yeah.
Yeah, always shake.
Are we doing pizza after this, or are we going to? No, I think we're just going to,
Side salads.
yeah, we're going to clear everything out. A lot of returns. Matt, please, a zoomer.
Help us.
Let's check in with Melissa Saputo, who's been
Oh!
patiently waiting.
Fucking Melissa Saputo, huh?
Wake up. Wake up.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, slow down.
Hold on, I gotta walk and tune off it. I'm at
My
work.
pet peeve
so-
is when they start walking right when I unmute.
Well, I can't sit in this empty office for the 2 hours that I'm waiting, so.
Melissa,
Fair
you're here
point.
to compliment Taylor, right? You're a big Taylor Williamson fan?
Oh, thank you so much. Wait, why is she making that face? What happened? Are you okay? Did something bad happen to you at the exact same moment that he asked you if you're a big fan?
Yeah, definitely. Big fan. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. What's your favorite? Like, what's like one of your favorite jokes of mine? I don't want to put you on the spot. Like, what's one of the favorite?
I like the one where it made everybody laugh.
Yeah.
I don't have any of those. You've never seen
A
me.
bit over.
Oh, okay.
How can I help you?
Okay. I was just calling back in because I wanted to just ask anybody who writes songs here what your songwriting process is like. Because
Well, let's start with the master in the room.
Because it's Tim and Joanna. It's like
And
you guys
Vic.
both.
I have a degree in songwriting.
Oh, sorry, Vic.
I do have a degree in songwriting. How stupid is it?
Professor Vic.
Well, well, to be honest, I've only listened to Tim's records in depth. So, but yeah, you guys both just write in ways where you write about kind of dark topics, and I'm just wondering if is it the topic that comes first, or you're just riffing on playing things and gets you thinking about a topic and you start writing along to what you're playing? I'm just curious.
I know my answer for this.
Go for it.
If anyone wants to go first.
No, go, please.
Because I have a very, I totally need, I have to write about this right now or I'm going to freak out. So it's kind of like having to use the bathroom. Like I have to go right now. So it's usually definitely a thing that upsets me. And then I write it.
But you just have to be ready for that. That antennae just has to be up.
Right. It's usually it's either I just do it right away, like this just happened and I need to get this out, or I'm walking down the street and a melody finally comes with the words that relate to the thing that I'm upset about.
And what are you so upset about all the time?
Well, you know.
The world, the state of
this
the world?
movie Rust. But yeah, I just everyone gets upset a lot, right? Or sometimes.
Does there seem to be any regularity, speaking of going to the bathroom, any regularity with it? Does it come in waves?
And both of those answers are no. It's really annoying. I'm trying to fall asleep. Oh, here's the melody.
I hate when
I have
that
to
happens.
pee.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to answer the question, I definitely usually have to. But then sometimes if I come up with a melody and I'm like, oh, this is kind of decent, then I'll come up with words, but the words will always have to do with the thing I'm obsessing about. So it doesn't really matter.
And then you find that the good ones always come real quick and are kind of easy and just a wonderful bowel movement.
I can't even tell which ones are good.
You can't tell which ones are good?
No, that's why I send them to like 10 friends and try to dissect their answers.
Oh, interesting.
So do you work with a producer?
So do you write line by line?
I write, well, usually, like my first song I wrote in a dream. And that was, I want to do
The
this
entire
forever, 'cause-
song?
Yeah, but it never happened again. But it was like, oh, this is so easy. Because I woke up and it was all written. That's never happened since. But sometimes it takes years to write a song, sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes a month.
I like it. It's sometimes there's a puzzle. If you like puzzles, or you like crossword puzzles or word games, word puzzles, there's a bit of that to it because, like, you know, if you have a point of view, you have a melody and a kind of song you want to write, then it becomes kind of like a fun thought challenge to rhyme. You know, it's like rhyming and the way words sound together. I find it very recreational when you get that glimmer of a you know, the first verse or the chorus or something, then it's like, okay, let's sit down and let's figure out how I can finish this to make it a finished song.
Yeah, it's like,
it really impresses me the ability to put into words like what you're feeling in such a poetic way where it's enjoyable for people and relatable, because like there's a lot of music that I relate to so much that it's like I didn't even think I could relate to it in that way because I can't even think of how I would phrase that feeling.
Oh, that's nice.
That's really interesting you say that, because the funny thing is that I feel like I write these songs because I can't speak my feelings. So it's like I have to do it to convey my feelings, because when I talk, it's just like...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I only ever wrote songs after listening to Elliott Smith.
Oh, there
Because
you
the
go.
Beatles made me want to write songs, because I was like, I want to be cool like John Lennon. I'm obsessed with the Beatles, but then Elliott Smith's like, oh my gosh, my soul.
I wrote a song for this Oscar special coming up next week, and I was working at
it's
and I was
amazing.
like, well, yeah, I mean it's intentionally bad, but that was fun. Last night I was like, I think there should be a song for this moment. Picked the guitar, and because luckily for that character, some of the songs are pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Or they're not. They're in character, you know. But I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Oh, that's fucking good. Recorded it really quick. I voice memoed it, sent it to the gang, and was like, "How about this?" And it was like, "Done."
I can't
And
wait to
it
hear
happened
that.
in 2 minutes,
Oh my
and you'll
God.
hear it.
Caller, do you write songs? Is that why you're curious?
No, I don't. I'm more of a music enjoyer than writer. I
Well, we
think.
need you.
I've-
We need people like this.
Thank you.
And Joanna, I'm going to be listening. Tim, I've been listening.
That's
so
nice. Where are you working at? What's this corporate environment you're in?
an accounting firm.
Oh, we love that.
Thrilling stuff.
Stay out of my bank account. Would you, these accountants? All right. Well, listen, thanks for calling in.
Wait, one last thing. All
right.
The reason I asked this is because I love your song, I've Been Losing. I love that song
Thank
so
you.
much. And I've been kind of working through seasonal depression, and it's one that's been on my playlist. And I don't know, I didn't realize I'd relate so much to a 48-year-old man, but the way you phrase those words in that song,
I'll have to bring that up.
But it I feel it in my soul. So
We'll be right back.
I'd like you to cover that song.
Oh, wait, please. I would love to. Please. Thank you. If that's
Definitively.
okay.
That
If
would be
that's okay,
amazing.
I'd love to.
I need more people covering my music because I like my music, but I don't like to hear me singing it. You know
I
that
would
feeling,
love to
right?
cover that.
Do you like your sound of your own voice?
No. Oh, it's like
So
a
wouldn't that be
Muppet.
nice if you wrote like that song you played? Wouldn't that be great if who would do a cover of that?
I'll do it.
Anyone.
I'll do it.
Yes. Anyone. Yes.
Well,
that
I'll
would
be
great.
sure to record myself next time I'm belting along to Fear of Death. So.
All right. All right. Well, thanks for calling in. You've made my day.
Yay. Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, look at my notes here.
Like a Clint Eastwood made my day, or like a sincere?
Matt, come on, man. Come on, man.
Tim, did you ever do shows with Elliott Smith when he was at Largo back in the day?
No, that was before my time.
Okay.
Before my time. What do you think I am?
It's cool that
58?
the kids still know that. We do have Phil with bigger brows now by request of Vic. Check
I saw that. Looks like Gene Shalit.
I like it. It's a good look, Phil. Check in on the hotline?
Sure.
I think we've got a complaint here. 718. You got a complaint? You're on the hotline.
718 Brooklyn.
I've got a calling from Brooklyn. I've got a bone to pick with the entire office hours crew.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
So I need to take a step back to really lay the stage for this tragedy.
Get comfortable.
In December, on December 7th of 2022.
A day which shall live in infamy.
It's true. Well, no, this one is okay, but more recently, there's a day that will live in infamy. December 7th, 2022, I sent the office hours Instagram a post of Ringo Starr in a Skechers commercial, which was bizarre and hilarious. And I said, I thought this was an office hours post. And someone at office hours very kindly responded, look up the TV commercial, it's wild, which I very much appreciated. And I felt a real sense of community in that. This Tuesday, I saw a post of Paul McCartney in a car doing something bizarre
the
and
Foreigner.
talking about someone joining the Hall of Fame or whatever.
Yeah.
And I sent it once again to the Office Hours Live Instagram, thinking that I would be appreciated for sharing this post. And instead, I am left unseen. And today I wake up, to my chagrin, a post from Office Hours with the same post that I'd shared with Office Hours. And I would like damages.
We got the message. Message received. I'm going to turn this to Matt to address this perfectly.
In my defense, okay. First of all,
I hope you know where you. I think I know where you should be going with this, but I'm going to let you.
I know where it's going.
I can't even count how many people sent us.
That's what it is.
Thinking clip.
You think you're so special?
You're not special, Snowflake.
Joanna does not like this energy.
This only shows how many people were probably...
The scene. I hate the scene when it's seen. Oh.
Yeah.
And second of all, watch the video. We didn't just repost the video, my friend. You
we
obviously had the sound
recontextualize it.
We made a funny joke that Carson made.
In fact,
thank you, Carson.
I might have been the first in our community to send it to each other because what I thought was ridiculous and funny, and here's another bridge to burn, is I do love goofing on him. Is this video I think became aware to the world through Jimmy Fallon's show when Mark Ronson played it, because Mark Ronson is launching a campaign to get Foreigner in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because Mark Ronson's stepdad is in Foreigner.
Oh, that's what's
going on.
Isn't that nepotism a little bit?
Absolutely, but it's fine. It's like who gives a
who
shit
cares
about the
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Anyway, so can I show this clip? Because what's funny to me, I don't like this Paul McCartney doing this video. I don't like it.
If you're going to watch porn, why not watch it,
It's all a little too thirsty.
Yeah,
he doesn't really
he doesn't need it, and I don't like the way he looks down at the video. He does that.
Clearly, they probably did the same like manager or something.
I don't like it. But watch Jimmy's reaction to this very mild swearing.
Not in the Hall of Fame? What the
There you go.
Watch Jimmy. Jimmy's up!
It's up. He
Jim's
gets so
up!
much energy from that. He just doesn't know how. What? He's so
oh my God.
perplexed.
The pop-ups.
Wow.
We do a super cut of Jimmy's pop-ups.
Oh, they're the best, yeah. And the hand slaps too.
Are you kidding me?
What?
But maybe I don't want to devil's advocate. May I? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm a new guy here. With all respect, you host your show standing up. You don't know. You don't.
That's why I do it, because then you can't tell if I'm excited or not.
That's a good point.
Thank you.
It's true. It's like I think Jimmy's painted himself into a corner because he's popped up so much that he needs to pop up. Otherwise, people are going to think that he's not interested.
That's funny. The bass line is popping.
Maybe we could. I have so many ideas.
Greatest, man. Oh my God.
You know what I want to do is like every time we do a sound effect, every time he sits up like he's getting jolted by electricity. He's getting prodded underneath. So you can time that out, Vic.
Okay.
Let's see if we can do this in real time. Matt's controlling the video.
Oh shit. Let's do it again. That's fine. It's worth it.
Hold on. Stand by, folks. This is real-time creativity. It's got to be before he stands up, right? Do you have like more of electrical charge?
I thought I did. No, I don't think
like a bug zapper.
I can do the noise if you want.
Yeah, we just make it with our mouth.
Do the noise.
Yes.
Tell me when.
Well, I'm not going to tell you when. You have to watch it. Can you see it?
I'm trying to be a good.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
All right, ready? Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, it's too late. What the hell? Forget
Sorry.
it.
Oh, it's not. What's going on over there? All right, ready? Go ahead. We're gonna get it just yet.
Nope. You missed it by like 10 seconds.
Oh my God.
I don't know
Sorry,
why.
Forget it.
Yeah, let's move on.
I wasn't ready for that.
I had another good video idea, which is, and I always goof on Joe Biden saying, I'm not kidding around. No, it's not a joke. When he does that in the next press conference, you would add like a reporter going, sir, are you kidding around? so he goes, sir, are you joking? I'm not kidding around. I think that would be funny.
I said I'm not.
All right, case closed with that hotliner.
Yeah, you're on detention for that bone to pick.
Well, I'll add that to my complaint, and you'll be hearing from my
From who?
representatives.
Okay, from your...
You're a damn liar, man. That's not true. Come on, man. I get your words straight, Jack.
I'll write you back on Instagram. Thanks for the message.
Anyway, love the show. Love the show.
Thank you. And I hope people realize, some people realize that they're like, why was he so mean to that guy? It's like, come on, we're all goofy. This guy knows.
We know the deal.
Come on. Joanna knows the deal. Taylor
I'm
is getting
autistic
close.
and I know the deal.
I thought I knew the deal.
You thought you knew the deal. All right, it is time to end the show. I hate to say it. I mean, it's been a good one.
It's been a lot of fun.
I've had fun. Matt?
Tons of fun.
6 out of 10?
Yeah. 10 out of 10 every week. You know what? We have a new graphic for the rec center.
Oh. A graphic for the rec center.
Yeah,
and we have to do the rec center.
The rec center.
All right,
If
sorry.
you
I'm
have
sorry
something
we
that you
never
wanna
remind
recommend,
anybody
yeah.
of this, but we have a new thing on the show where we get one recommendation from our guests and us. And it can be a movie, a podcast, a music, TV show, whatever you want.
Video game.
Who wants to go first? Yes, great.
Many of you may know about this, but I cannot fall asleep without watching this show. All episodes are on YouTube. Dr. Katz.
Ah, the great Dr. Katz. I didn't
81
realize they're all on
episodes.
YouTube.
All of them.
Fantastic. Taylor, do you have anything to recommend?
There's this place. I'm not a big gamer, but there's this game called Tinykin.
Say it again.
Tinykin, Tinykin. It's on PlayStation and Switch and all these things. It's like an independent game that's like people know about. It's a joy. It's cute. It's fun. It engages your the satisfying whatever that is.
Your dopamine hits?
Dopamines.
Serotonin.
No one's getting
Whatever it
hurt.
I like that. Tinnikin.
Maybe that's. I'm saying.
Tinnikin.
Maybe I'm saying around. That was my. Was that a good one?
That's the first video game we've had here. Tim doesn't usually let video games on the list.
I do not.
I didn't know I could
I've
go
never.
there.
I've never.
I'll go.
No, I don't have any say over the list. People can put whatever they want.
The Tom Segura podcast also. I think it's really. I think your fans will really like it.
I'll recommend a 1979 album by Macca, Paul McCartney.
Back to the Egg.
Back to the Egg,
Wow.
and it's really good. There's the Rockestra team. The Rockestra.
I don't like the Rockestra.
And I don't like it either. But he got all these like his super group. He has like the guy from the Elvis Costello and the Attractions. There's all kinds of different like. But that anyway, skip that song. But all the other songs are pretty good. Like Getting Closer to You, Arrow Through Me is pretty good. I know the whole album's good. I like it. It's kind of forgotten about.
Matt, you got some?
Yeah, it's from last year, the Willie Nelson and Family documentary on Paramount Plus. Very enjoyable. 3 episodes, deserves that amount of time. I didn't know much about old Willie. It's a fun watch.
I usually don't do true crime, but I watched on Max. There was a documentary called Mostly Harmless, or they say I'm Mostly Harmless. I think it's about a missing hiker, or a hiker that they discover the body of a hiker and they can't find his identity, and it becomes a big thing on these true crime Facebook groups. So they're trying to. It becomes their mission to find out who this guy was, and it was pretty good. That's all I got for now. I've been so busy. I'm not watching. I'm not sitting around like you people playing video games. That was pretty good. All right, friends. We'll be back with the full Trinity next week. Do we have any guests next week booked? I can't remember.
Yes, Ty Segall will be in the studio.
Tie
Pretty fun.
me up and make me listen to him.
But the big news is Doug is back. We're very excited for that.
And the other big news is Alicia, the intern, has been enjoying the White Album and enjoying all the wrong songs from the White Album.
Yes, we should get to that next week.
Next week we'll find out her favorite songs on the White Album are in reverse order to mine. But that's fine. We love diversity and we love different opinions. And March 2nd, wait, this weekend, when is March 2nd, big national protest to support our friends in Gaza, our Palestinian friends. Thank you for the reminder of that. We'll put all the links and stuff if you can go out and represent office hours, because we are an empathetic group of an empathetic family, and do whatever we can. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks for coming in. Have a great rest of your tour. Taylor, where can people find your easy?
Hey. Hey.
That buzzer.
Thank you for having me. This is absolute joy. TaylorWilliamson.com or at Taylor Comedy, and my special Taylor Williamson Live at the Comedy Stores on YouTube.
You can go right
free.
there, right? You don't have to leave your browser. You can just type in.
They're already on YouTube.com.
They're already on YouTube.com.
I'm on tour and stuff. But check it out. I think you'll like silly jokes, and I think you'll like it. If you don't,
whatever.
It'll hurt my feelings.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Take the trash out. Don't forget to take the trash out.
Thank you for listening. I write just for you, but others hearing this may find things they would argue. I do not sing what I believe. I only give them fact. If they believe quite otherwise, it still will have impact.